Quasel. Welcome in, everybody. Come on in.
He's a pirate with a dream.
Loving Seawall. Bloody hell. What a week. Welcome in, everyone. Here we go. Quasel's in the house. Crazy. Omega Prime. How you doing? Michelle. Martok. John Drell. Ramscoop. Moosey. Hey, Siggy. Hey, Nay Never. Galileo Figaro. How you doing? Rizbreaker. Grim Scott. How you doing, everyone? You gotta come in. Come on in, people. Come on in. Sammy Stitch. Lovely to see you, my friend. Jay Ignax. Salatorian. August Valkyrie. Let's go. Come on in, people. Mr. Tony, sir. Professor Watts. How are you doing? GW292. Flossie. Data Flash. You're here as well. Thank you, Flossie. LOD, you are here. Salatori's like, where are my briefs? Under your pants. Manic, how you doing? Is that how you say it in the US? Pants? Trousers. Trousers or pants? Pants or trousers? Under your, yeah, pants, trousers. Hey, JP, how you doing? Floyd Davino. Internationally famous is probably a very big word. Probably internationally famous for all the chaos that has happened. It's absolutely mental. Let's go, people. Let's go. Let's go. Come on in, Floyd. Murphy, how you doing? Top Gunner. Moosey. Nerves of Steer. How you doing, Nerves of Steer? Ascendancy's here. Hey, Crazy. Come on in, people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome in. You mean the notorious Floyd, yeah. And the awesome Moose. Fuzzy Triple. General Oak, how you doing? Wait, aren't we supposed to be wearing pants? JP, in the States they call pants, like, we call pants underwear, they call pants trousers. We call their pants trousers. There's loads of complications going on. Rage Star, King Gaza, how you doing? Sam Saran, how you doing? Come on in, people, come on in. MJ Hat's in the house. Jeff Floyd, heard famous around the world, yeah, right. Jeff Games, how you doing, my friend? Pants are KOS, are they? Come on in, come on. Karasata, you made it at the beginning for once. That's great. Ellie or Elsie, how are you doing? Come on in, people. Come on, come on in. Come on in, people. Come on in. Oh, Microscape. Yes, Microscape if you want to join. It's been on there. Claim the dungeon key. It's in there. Where are the free beverages, Captain Exodia? In your fridge. Come on in, people. We need the Shockwave song. It's coming, Grim Scott. Shockwave might be too famous to join at the moment, so we'll see. Hey, yo, Tacos Captain. Come on in, people. Claim the dungeon key if you want it. X-Force, how you doing? Come on in, let's give people some time. Oh boy, do we have a lot to discuss. We've got a very important poll to do, which we will see. Where's your flag, Galileo? In the midst of all this music.
Punch Corey straight in the groin.
Straight in the groin? Jesus, that sounds a little bit harsh on a Sunday.
And hey.
Yeah.
You all right.
Yeah, you're all right as well. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in, people. Panda Man. Come on in, people. Don't miss out, don't miss out. Let me tell you the story that I had to deal with. It's not fun. Oberhausen. Yes, Ober. Yes, Moose, you can. We got Sniper here. I was worried that Sniper is going to betray me. Sort of abandon me. That's the word I was using. Sniper is here, which is fantastic news. When he can join, he can join. That'd be amazing. Come on in, people. Hey, I'll be back. How you doing? Come on in. There you go, Grim Scott. Wow. There he is, the famous one.
Hey, where's the line?
Yes, hello, D. Cold
Where?
Steve.
Wait, what?
And that's
One
the
day,
bottom
MJ
line,
Hatton
which
will
is,
come when
Cold
Colby's
Steve says-
voice is good.
Yeah, that's me.
Moose. Make up your mind, Moose. I'm not a clicker. Come on. Bam, bam, bam. He also is the brand new co-host of MJ Hat's Open Mic Night as well. I'm hoping this is going to cheer me up. Right, we're going to cheer up, right? Cheer up. Cheer up, E11E, E11E. We need to cheer up today. You haven't heard the Hatman song. What? Oh my God, we could do it like... I'm a hat man. Oh my God, we could do... Yes, yes, Floyd, I love that idea. MJ Hat's like, hell no. Don't even attempt that. He's got the touch. We're back from ad, so we've done our pre-roll. I managed to re-edit a few things, so I think this should be fun. Giving people another minute before they come in. Trail. Yes, he's the interim heavyweight champion of the world. Trial. And then when the real world heavyweight champion comes in, I feel with this song, I always like my shoulders start moving. Come on in, people, come on in. Oof, God, what an afternoon, evening, weekend this has been.
And hey.
Yes, hey.
You all right.
You're all right as well, Wickets. Thank you very much. Come on in. You know what? There's enough of you here. Let's kick off the song. Let's go. Oh, this is different. What the hell's this? Orchestra? Hans? No, Hans didn't do it, did he? Are you ready, Flossie?
Speed ahead, we're here to play, exploring galaxies every day. We are hosting the cosmic stream. Briefings, it's the ultimate glee.
Yes, Top Gunner.
I'll take an SGFC ride.
Highway to the sky. The road is hard to find. Sing it, people. Hey, Tech One! From Alaska, we've covered every corner of the world officially. This is the record, guys. We've done it. Tech One has given us an Alaskan... No one can say we've got an Alaskan viewer. Hey, Green Tea! What do you think, Retro? They won't let me. What button? What button? I'm gonna push the right button. 30-year anniversary of Transformers, the movie, and they have our apology tour unraveling Optimus Prime. No way! Don't worry, Retro Fuely. I know the reasons. I'm working on it. Right now, I'm just trying to solve issues. You know, real life has hit me a little bit like a brick today. Really, you having to be one of those. We have an Alaskan viewer. We finally showed MJ had we can hit every corner of the world. We did it, guys. Quazel's even in shock. An Alaskan viewer, ladies and gentlemen. We've done it. We've hit Alaska. No one can say they've hit Alaska, right? Even the other person that's streaming at the same time. Let's go. I'll explain in a second, Flossie. You're about to be shocked. Panaman, come on in. Owl is still alive. My friend, I hope you're good. You need to let me know your update, by the way. I haven't said anything, so I want to make sure you're okay, my friend. That is fantastic. Thank you very much, Colby. She's still ill, sadly, so she just said, play this. And I was like, oh, God, okay.
Hi, friend.
Oh, it's you again.
Look at me risking my life eating fruit in America right now. How are you? You can't answer that. Here's my message. Do you still turn my tongue blue like Willy Wonka style?
No, we've done this. No.
What I wanted to say is I started doing this fun thing. Streaming on Twitch. Words I never thought I'd say.
Yeah.
Me and Nigelrovers hanging out over on his Twitch
why is it never
platform?
Nigelrovers?
Is that what you call it? And we laugh and I sing and then we have a little convo before the game starts and then I ask him every single time, what is this game and how does it work? But it's really fun. It's called, what's it called? Briefings.
Yes.
Briefings on Twitch. The link is Nigelrovers on Twitch. Come hang out. He goes live every Thursday, every Sunday, 3 p.m.
Yes, Albatron,
Eastern
I know.
Standard Time, 8 p.m. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. UK time.
Briefings. Ram Scoop.
Come hang out. It's so fun. It's so silly. Oh, yes. And
She's just so
subscribe.
beautiful. I can't say no. See you there? Let's go. Hey, Warzone! Let's go.
So glad the podcast is live. Warp speed ahead.
Welcome, everyone, to Briefing. How is everyone today? I've had a nightmare. It's been absolute madness in every way possible, and I have been, which is why I said there's going to be an urgent appeal today because of the absolute madness that I've had to go through. We will talk Incursions. We will talk Alliance Tournament. We will have a poll up, which we are going to send up straight to leadership regarding Neelix and Kim as well. So we'll need everyone's vote. I need everyone to be very aware of this. This is something that we just need to talk about, and we need to genuinely figure out the reason regarding that as well. We're going to hopefully show you a little bit of what to deal with when it comes to galactic anomalies, but it's absolute madness. Yes, unfortunately, people, my payout on Twitch got hacked. I lost all the money that was supposed to come out to me, and it's one of the most horrible things that's ever happened from that possible. Don't worry, at the first of every month, I send all the money to charity. So I paid the charity out, I paid this Twitch stream out, and in the middle of the month, I wait for Twitch to pay out. And let me explain to you the story. I spoke to Sniper about this because I have two-factor authentication. I've got everything on. I get an email saying, because I don't really claim the payout. I leave it as like a thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to claim it. It's been a few months now. That'll be amazing. Press the, claim and all that sort of stuff. Ended up having to... Right, I'm just going to have to calm myself down because I've been tearing up about it because it really is upsetting. I had to... got an email saying, your payment being processed, and I can't believe it. What ended up happening was like, I went to Twitch. I was like, hey guys, it's been a few days. Where is all this? I've paid all this money out. I'm in a cash flow situation where basically, because, my duty to charity is always first. First of the month, I hit them. And also, it works better for tax breaks anyway. Middle of the month, you wait for that. And then what ended up happening was I checked the payout. And I'm going to explain to you how I now, when you trace your steps, how this can happen. And it was a different email. It's unbelievable. I saw a different email. I was like, how in the world can two-factor authentication? You have the Authenticator app. You got the SMS on the mobile. You get the email with the password that's so long that I can't even remember it. And then that happens? I was in shock. And what's worse about it was I never got a notification and basically to even give me a notification. You know when you change something on anything, right? It just gave, yeah, you've changed this thing. So I changed it back to my email payout because the person turned it into PayPal and paid it out to themselves. And I was surprised to see, I changed my email and I got notification saying blah, 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 blah. So I emailed Twitch, and I've emailed Twitch obviously over the weekend, so I'm hoping one of the partner people will come out next week. And I said, dude, I'm on like zero. Like, I paid all this out, and I need this payout. This went to random. Is there a log of any of this? They can't provide a log. How can someone do the authenticator? And I'll tell you why. Remember 2 weeks ago, it's a week and a half ago, where I went, oh, Marbles is not working, and I can't seem to log on to my Twitch. The code doesn't work. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Someone attached the authenticator code to them, but I still don't get it. You still need the password, and I still need to get a notification. So, yeah,
That's weird, yeah. That's super weird.
So, and Quasel, what I did was I basically went to my authenticator, unlinked everything, and I had to, thanks to Sniper for giving me the advice, I had to literally log out everywhere, unlinked everything, then changed my password on Twitch, and then changed my password on my email, thanks to Lostin's advice. And then I went back and checked the authenticator and added it to my device. And now I've got 2 authenticators. So the other person must have been able to add it in. And it's the most horrible, horrible thing I've ever had to experience. Because it's like you're depending on this thing. And I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm like, well, even two-factor authentication is not good enough. Like, oh my God. But, maybe they got the email. Maybe they got this. It's unbelievable. So I'm sadly doing the thing I hate to do. And I don't really like to ask. But if anyone wants to do charity, give anything to subscriptions or whatever, I just say kindly just tip instead. I'm trying to raise a few £100 just to keep me going while I sort the situation. I spoke to my lawyer, and he says it's going to take months to sort this out. Yeah, sorry, Sniper, I interrupted you there.
No, sorry. I just wanted to jump in because I know this is not obviously something that you like to do or like to really have on the stream, right? Because we're not a stream that focuses on the money aspect or anything like that, but we're talking about charity here, right? So I want to just say a few words on your behalf, right? I mean, I kind of work in the IT industry, so I deal with a lot of these security things, and it's terrible. I'm sure many of us have been, fallen victims to either scams, or hacking, or other various things of that nature. So I'll try and keep this short, but at the same time, I think we all recognize that this is something that does happen, in
Sniper, you just muted yourself.
that does happen in our world.
Yeah.
And I think we need to kind of come together, as a community if we can. And nobody obviously is required to do anything that, would make them feel uncomfortable, and nothing is ever, required. But if you, do, kind of feel, moved by this, if you've experienced this, or if you, feel you can help in some way, it would definitely be appreciated if you can throw something in the tip to kind of help Nigel out, right? He's in a tough situation. He always speaks for us. He's always the voice for us. He always comes and tries to help us out in so many different ways. And, he unfortunately, um, fell victim to this hacking. And really, we're talking about somebody who literally stole from charity, right?
Yeah.
Functionally. So I think that, I'm just putting out my plea, because Nigel's not the kind of person who's going to come out and put a big, plea for it. But I would just say, our community is a great community. We've always been there for each other. So if there's something you can do, or something that, listening to this, you want to do, uh, even just even sending a nice word to Nigel and support would also be helpful if you
Massive.
can't
Yeah, thank you.
contribute at all monetarily. But uh, if you can contribute monetarily, please use the tip function and do it through there, so that it gets directly to Nigel, and we don't have to worry about it getting intercepted or anything of that nature. So
Yeah.
that's my plea. I'll end it there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody, and please do what you can. And thank you all for being here.
Yeah, no, I appreciate. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, I don't like asking. I appreciate there's quite a lot of people that put a few things in, and where it's up on screen. I won't talk about it anymore. Exclamation point tip. If you so, I know it's horrible, Exodia, but I think Ascendancy. Hopefully, you're right. They are insured, so I've sent it straight to the partners' email. Ascendancy. I might come to you some advice if you're aware of this sort of stuff, my friend. I will show you the email that I've sent them so that you can help out in any way possible. I appreciate it to do so. So it's really kind. I appreciate you people. Let's get down to business, because I don't like things like this. However, we have been asked to check something that is really, really huge and important. They will say that to beginning where to start. Yeah, exactly. Ascendancy. I've gone back quite aggressively. I know. But the thing is, it's one of those things where you just never check because you don't want to bother about it. And yes, PM me. Ascendancy, I'll show you my emails if you don't mind just seeing whether I've gone the right direction, because you're quite good at these sort of stuff, which is absolutely appreciative. Thanks to everyone that's donating. It's absolutely incredible from you guys. It means a world. So, guys, the thing that I'm trying to get hold of is Sniper Incursions. Oh, my God. What an absolute... The thing is, right, I'll be honest with you, in the EU, it wasn't too bad. It was very weird because it was certain servers that had certain issues. And what ended up happening was, I'll explain to you the whole thing. So we start at 1 a.m., at 9 a.m. UK time, 10 a.m. EU time. And at 9:01, I sent a message in, as well as Arsenic Touch, and we're like, hey, some people can't cross over. There's a few issues here going on. There's all this sort of stuff. Can you help us? And the thing is, it's not like the lack of team not wanting to do anything about it, or the lack of team not able to sort of get involved in any way. It's just there physically isn't anyone there to solve anything, because it was only about 7 hours later into a 12-hour incursion that we got any response, Sniper, right? We got it in private service, hey, we're looking into it. And you're like, well, the US starts in 10 minutes. It was,
yeah.
It's just what is going on? It was, oh man, honestly.
Yeah.
But how did it work for you in the US overall? Because obviously I had to sleep towards the end of it.
So it's interesting because, this is something we've talked about before, and one of the kind of, I think, areas for improvement that, Scopely really needs to look at is, having support during big events, and for a 24/7 game, having support at the peak times people could be playing, like on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So I think that is something that needs to be looked at. I mean, I would say overall, from a purely technical perspective,
Yeah.
I didn't personally experience too many issues. I know I did, have some people who were telling me they couldn't cross over or
Yeah.
couldn't cross back or sent home
Yeah.
and
Irish Jack
various
struggled.
things like
Yeah.
that, you
Yeah.
know. And it could have, very well, in certain cases, be the difference between, winning and losing, or it
Big
could be
time.
the difference between, even, making a place on a leaderboard. I mean, there's a lot of elements. I mean, we got to remember we're in a real time.
Yeah. Well, we're in a real time game, and with a real time game.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So sorry, we're in a real time game. I just want to say thank you to the anonymous donators, Data Flash as well, MJ Hat. Thank you so much, Nutella, Wickeds. Thanks everybody that done it. Flossie, you're all too kind, and sorry if I miss you out. But no, you're right. And the thing is, in a 24-hour game, don't put something on a weekend if you don't have the staff to do it. I mean,
That's the thing.
it's fine, right, Quasel? It's fine to do it on a Friday or a Tuesday. We won't
I,
like it.
for one,
Yeah.
I don't get how they managed to break a thing that worked. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we know they tried to improve on it.
Yep.
So, the message in the blog post that they want to make the transfer even more instant because
Yeah.
they're working on it to improve that thing. So, either they, find an error, removed it, and did remove it entirely. But
Yeah.
why? Why is there no proper version control? And then secondary, which annoys me way more, is the lack of communication. Because
Yes.
a few kind words like, "Hey guys, we have seen there are issues around it. The team is on it. Please keep in mind it's weekend. Whatever. We're trying our best. It might take us a little bit of time to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Easy job done. But
Yeah.
silence for hours if a key stuff does not work. And I mean, the transfer is one thing. That's maybe tricky to do. But if an event doesn't score properly, I mean, we've seen it lately. That's normally a quick fix. So that points to be no one being there. And come on. I mean, yes, it's weekend. Then either don't do that stuff on weekend if you don't can't
Yeah.
put on stuff on there,
Yeah.
or take care that it works. I mean, yeah.
And also it's
I mean,
perception. Like you
yeah,
know this, Quasel, right? I put a list together and and I sent something in, and I also just like one of the things that I was aiming for feedback was like perception. I said it in the last thing. Like people like would just like to have you have 10 minutes from a problem to happen to solve it. To get a communication out. Within 10 minutes, if you do it, people get less frustrated. They're not worried about it, and they are focused on the thing that they want to try and do. And the amazing thing about it is that if you do it in this opening 10 minutes, people will then relax and go, okay, well, they fix it quite quickly. What ended up happening was the US were watching the EU incursions and me going, well, okay, so we can't cross over. So, okay, but we can cross over. Some people got stuck. Then they managed to give the CMs the power and support the power, and they seem to have cleared as much of the backlog impossible. The US went over, and there's a few people to make over. They had to sort that out. They knew there was an issue already, and unfortunately, wherever the timing of the start of work for the person to manage to get in 10 minutes earlier than usual, managed to try and do the best they can. It shows that they have people who care and people who actually want to do something. It's just the timing is just a little bit off with where everything is. So why not just do the reset at a different time, right, Quasel? Right?
yeah. I don't know. Make it a point in time where people are actually there to make a decision and to communicate.
Yes.
Because it very feels much like somebody in the US time zone woke up and saw, oh shit, we better get on it,
Yes.
or something like that. And that would kind of fit into stuff we talked on the last one.
Yes.
That most of live ops is US based.
Yeah.
So, and in a game that run 24/7, you kind of need to figure out a better way to do it. Because
Yeah. 100%. Like,
And especially the current situation, people are already mad. And, I'm coming back pretty happy about Dublin. And there
yeah,
are people over there that really are invested into it and they want to change it. But then have somebody online at the point in time,
yeah,
one person that's in charge of it. Incursion starts. Please test this,
yes,
like a checklist, because it's always the same thing. And
yeah,
then if it doesn't work, put out a short message. Can you be pre-prepared? Like, oh,
yeah,
we have seen an issue. Like they could have a standard text to put out just to let us know. I mean, people will
yeah.
make fun of that too, but it's so simple,
It's
and that's what puzzles me
yeah,
sometimes.
it's and until now, as of still now, there's not been communication. It's just Arsenic doing it on the known issues and
Yeah,
me doing what I
because it's
can.
weekend.
Yeah, it is, and the thing is, what people need to realize is this perception is the key to solve, and there's an easy solution to it. It's just you have people, and Sentency will understand this, but also Sniper will understand it. You need someone in who can make an executive decision and green light extra things quickly, not just someone who sits there and has to go, okay, well, there's a problem. I need to go email somebody or call somebody. Can we do this? This has gone down. How bad is this? And then discussing it, right? They need someone in over the weekend who can be like, green light, go do it, give them a comp, close it up or do this or whatever. Someone who can make a quick decision on a 24-hour game to solve it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that will create such great perception for the player base. You don't want players to be worrying about these things, right? And that's 100%. Yes, Skeletor, I actually agree. And you do that, that makes a difference, Quasel. Now, what it's done, all the stuff you said about Dublin, it's dropped. Lost. All that perception's lost. And if they continue with the other thing, depending on our polling, that's another thing that's going to lose. Like, read the room. The room is like,
Yeah,
go in
I mean,
there. Yeah.
I'm trying to still figure out if it's gonna be interesting how people vote before we go into it, or like have a short conversation about it beforehand. But yeah, it's there are so many voices, and sometimes the real perception gets strong in it.
Yeah.
And my saying, very often it's very tricky because you can't ask players what they want because they don't tell you what they need.
No.
That's my favorite saying,
Yeah.
because you need to think beyond some of the things. So, but yeah, I get it. Some things are kind of really weird, and I don't know why.
Yeah. So,
It's beyond my
yeah.
understanding.
And that's where we come in, right? I think yes, we're on an ad break. I'll continue. I'll re-repeat it for Benny Hills goes. Like, we're in a position where there are some people with some great talents who can actually decipher information and help them get exactly what they need. One of the things that I brought up as I was just bouncing a few things up the chain with Arsenic's help was like, it's perception and people, and this is the sort of stuff that people want in the game. Players just want to enjoy the game. They just want it to work. They would rather, here's a comp, thank you very much, do it within the opening 10 minutes and not just kick off with it. And then it becomes a whole, doodah to try and deal with, which is absolutely insane. But here's hoping with the ads finishing, when it finishes, I'll repeat that again. But for me, this perception now has kind of slowed a little bit what Dublin is, because people are like, oh, see? You said they're passionate people who care about everything. Well, where is the care? And that's what it looks like, Quasel. Sadly, where's the care?
And I can't say,
And you can't respond. Yeah.
I can respond to it because it should not be like that. Period. There is no. It puzzles me, honestly. I mean, it's the constant like.
There you go, Benny Hills Gross. The optics look bad. So imagine with the optics like this right now with Incursions. And Shockwave is there, right? As well as Sniper. Sniper, you were just like waiting to see whether US one was going to go. How was your reaction when you had the same problem the moment when you walked in? How was that feeling to you?
Yeah, I mean that's where the kind of a little bit of the upsetness that or anger that the community sometimes feels, because we feel like if there's a big event, especially if there's another region that already is reporting the issue hours ahead of time, right? it feels like that's plenty of time to at least come up with a strategy, if not outright fix the thing, right? Like,
Yes.
and if you don't have a strategy, you don't communicate, you don't fix it, you know, we just feel like we're on a runaway train that's headed towards a cliff, and there's no one conducting the train,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's just like that's the feeling you get. It's wait a minute, this event is coming up. There's a big issue. Nobody's addressed it. What are we gonna do, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Shockwave, you were there. You were calling for it. I saw that in the private server. There's 10 minutes to go. Make sure we're doing that. There's 5 minutes to go. Is this actually fixing? And I think with about 9 minutes to go, we managed to announce to you saying, okay, the scoring for the Raider works. I think. And then within the opening thing, it's like, then the crossover wasn't fixed. What did you think, Shockwave? Well, your thoughts regarding all this?
I thought that their communication, at least
Where is
kind
it?
of going the back and forth. You and our Cynic did the best you all could
Yeah.
with no communications from the top, and I think that's, you know, you, Arsenic, the CMs,
Yeah.
you guys all did a great job, considering that there was no communication to go off of. But the one thing that they did do right, and I'll give them
Okay.
props, and that's
Okay.
the only thing I'll give them props for,
Yeah.
is I had made a comment, and I think somebody else had made a comment,
Yeah.
that since they were consuming crossover currency,
Yes.
but not crossing over, that they need to go ahead and just give us like 100 of those incursion crossover coins.
Yeah.
And they wound up giving us 50 right off the bat. So
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
That was good.
I thought that was good that
move.
they went ahead and did that. But beyond that, it should have been pulled. Once people started saying that they couldn't cross over, because remember, guys, this happened to me 2 incursions ago.
Yeah.
I was one of the ones that was affected by this, and it created negative sentiment in me. So I know how it felt.
Yeah.
They
agreed.
should have pulled it throughout. Once they realized that, hey, our fixes did not apply, pack server or APAC, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull it. We're going to comp you guys. And then we're going to do whatever comp we can to the EU and the US for not even having the thing.
Yeah.
So that's really what should have gone on. I was disappointed once they hit the button, because, if most people by now have seen my open letter,
Yes.
it just goes on to, more perceived disrespect to the players by continuing to put out a product that is broken and flawed.
Yeah, and the key thing is, Shockwave, is perception. I keep saying the word perception. It's like, it doesn't matter if something takes 1 minute or it takes 6 years to fix. It's what you do now with the thing and choose the things to fix that makes the player feel better at this moment, to give yourself the time. I've also said you've got to earn the players', respect, time, and truth, right? The players have heard all these noises for 7 to 8 years. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this. And at the end of the day, it's the perception. So you in Incursions, this happened. And then during Incursions, with an hour to go during Incursions, people get relegated on the Lions tournaments. And everyone's like, what the hell? I mean, and I will tell you this: the people behind the scenes who were there they tried their best, but they need the engineering. So nothing can happen till Monday. So people doing that. So my suggestion was, well, you've got to extend the store, because you've got people that have half been promoted but they're not, who can see the store but can't click on anything, because basically one of them sent me an error. They click on the store and they can't even move. Then you have people who've been relegated who can't get the stuff at the tier that they wanted. So for 2.5 days, they can't spend their currency. So you need to give them an extra 2 days to spend their currency. And yeah, people got relegated. Yeah, crazy. People got relegated and they didn't even know. And they dropped down in the shop level, but they could still see the other shop, but they can't click on the thing because it keeps failing. And people have been promoted, and they're like, oh my God, we got promoted. They said there was no promotion relegation. Oh, amazing. We can click on the thing and now we're all stuck, so no one can use their stores for 2.5 days. So the solution is you've got to extend the store, and now you've got to send yet another comp. And, at least to those teams. And you've got to realign them again. All because, if you just had an engineering person there or, just double checking the buttons. And it's something that live ops can't do, bless them. Do you know what I mean? Like, they tried their best. The person behind the scenes, I wish I could name them, right? Because they work so freaking hard. And they were in with me with Arsenic. They were going, okay, I've done this, I've tried that. Could you send me an ID? Could we try this? Can we look at that? And they sent as many fixes within their capabilities as possible. So yes, Quasel, I agree. There are really good, passionate people in there that are desperate to get the game to work. But they're on their own.
And you know what?
Yeah. Go on.
I can understand that when they decided to stop relegation and promotion,
Yeah.
that's maybe trickier because that's disrupting the standard flow.
Yes.
And of course there can be issues around it. So I'm more forgiving of issues like that because that's not a planned behavior. That's like, oh, we fucked up. We pivoted to let run to give people more payout and give them more time to spend on it. So I hope they can fix it by Monday, extend the store by 2 more days so they have also the double pull option.
Yeah.
And it's kind of remedied for those. So I'm more forgiving there because, it's a special situation.
It is. It's a special situation. I still think they should extend it for 2 more days. Just to kind of go,
Yeah,
you've
absolutely.
lost 2 days. You couldn't click on anything. And also, those people may be timing their pulls specifically. Yes, that means those 2 days are going to affect you for the rest of it. For some of the people might get triple pulls. But that's the price you pay for not having someone there at that time. And you just need to take it on the chin and say, okay, we didn't do right. That's what we've got to do. Because, guys, I'm sick and tired of, please stop punishing us, man. We care about this game. I want to play. I want to play with my friends. I want to advise them on stuff. There are people who I'm really sorry you can't click on the store. And they're like, oh, I'm going to miss my pull. And I can't even, and I was trying to do another triple pull. And I'm like, you've stopped 4 people to make a decision about strategies and things. And they've held their tokens for a long time. And they maybe desperately need the thing at that time. And it feels, whether you like it or not, like you're punishing us. And that's the problem. Hey, Gemini, I've seen you, Asian Boy, as well. And Brian Racer says, one of the bigger critics of Incursions as of late, I thought it went on, Incursions got itself smoother. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Incursions, the rest of Incursions worked kind of okay, right? You could raid, you could hit the thing, didn't really have lag. The transfer just took time, longer than you usually do, but that's fine. I'm happy to wait. But the rest of it, I just want to have fun in the game, Crazy says. I want to have fun in the game, Crazy. I don't want to be sat there, with over 500 messages and you're trying to solve problems because things are going wrong and you're trying to cross over and you're like, well, and also it didn't affect everybody. It affected some people, not all people. Some people had raiding issues. Some people didn't. I enjoyed the limited aspects I had of it, and I thought it worked quite well. And to me, perception is the key. I keep saying the word perception because I'm going to put a poll that I would love everyone here to vote. Don't be shy about voting, but I want to make sure we get a vote here. Because perception means, do you, Shockwave, want to see, and you, Sniper, do you want to see a list of bugs being fixed on Thursday at Arkful? Yeah? I assume.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
If there's not one, because that was the deal, right? We agreed to, as players, through our statements, not necessarily through an actual agreement, but we agreed as players through our statements that if they were to slow content to almost a pause, that would suffice as long as they were coming out with bug fixes. So if that bug fix list isn't at least a mile long, or B, very impactful, they will lose some trust going into Thursday. So it's something that's got to be done.
Yeah. So my question is, right? If people are now, let the ad start. Don't worry, I'll give it time for this poll. If people now are waiting for this, like list of bug fixes because they're like, okay, we're getting closer to M95, right? And everyone's starting to look at the numbers and they want the things. What trust do they have left to lose? Well, John Drell, I'm going to tell you the trust, right? How would people react if instead of they go, hey, okay, there's some bug fixes and some good ones, and they've done a very good job, and the next arc is whatever, and it's fine, everything works well. But the thing they focused on is they're swapping Neelix and Kim's abilities around. That perception. Do you think, Ram Scoop, swapping Neelix and Kim's abilities around. So Neelix becomes morale, Kim's becomes burning. I know. So right now, the priority and all that sort of stuff. Why exactly, Karasata?
Before we go into the emotions part of it, let's
Chronox,
first talk about the fates.
wait. What did I do wrong? Chronox is telling me off. Did I do something wrong? Quasel, you said I can ask this question.
I don't know. Let's talk about it from the rational side here. Swapping those two officers is kind of
easy. Yes.
not an issue. It's super easy. It's like that does not take work for them. Yes, I know the perception is different, but before people vote, they should know the other things. The idea, and I'm not a fan of it because I think it's going to confuse people out of it, but the idea is back when there was a big discussion that Neelix is the morale guy on the Voyager.
Yeah,
I mean, most people knew it.
Correct
yes,
at
he
that
burned
time.
things, but at that time, I'm agreeing 100%. Swap it immediately. People are happy. Now it's come back on the table, and from what we've heard on the stream from teachers and Griffin, the decision has been made to swap them.
Okay, no.
And now people...
And just to be clear, because I want to make sure that I'm not offending Chronox because I respect him. This change is like a 5-minute job. Just to be clear. There's nothing. But perception says you decide to spend the time to do this, then to fix a bug. That's what the rest of the world will see. So I'm going to start a poll, right? And the poll will be, do you want Neelix and Kim switched? The answer is either yes or no. And I'm going to give people 5 minutes while we talk it through, right? The poll's up. Do you want Neelix? And everyone vote. You only get one vote. And I just want to know the answer. Because let me explain. The confusion it's going to cause where every single video in the history of mankind needs changing. Every single sheet in the history of mankind needs changing. Also, I'm just going to call it now. I have a weird doubt in my head that if you search the word Neelix, Kim will appear, and if you search the word Kim, Neelix will appear when you do the search in the officers. I have a feeling that will be a thing. And Jimmy Kane says there's loads of officers with abilities that don't make sense to their canon character, and that's a move. So this is your chance to vote. This vote will be sent up there. Because Quasel was asking me, MJ Hat did it on his stream, and it was about an 82% to, please don't change them.
I've been asked about it, so because I said, I mean, in the end, personally, I don't care. I mean, I know about the change. My biggest issue, and that's this thing I raised, was it's been 2 years, it's too late.
Yeah.
Because, yes, I get it, and yes, I get the idea to, show players that Scopely is listening to us, so they kind of start to doing things that people bring up that doesn't make sense. I get it, and it doesn't take any time. That's fine. But I've seen so many comments about this is stupid, or even on top more popular streams, like people not understanding why now and why that's not a priority. And it's kind of weird that we spend time on stuff that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, the vote is closer than I thought, Quasel. This is quite a shock for me. The vote's closer than I thought. Right, 80% of... Yeah, go on, Sniper. Yeah.
Let me make a couple of quick comments on this, if I may.
Yeah, please do.
So, I mean, I was actually one of the people originally, back when these officers first came out, that did make the comment that it didn't make sense if you were going to come out with a morale officer and you were going to come out with Neelix, and Neelix wasn't going to be the morale officer, right?
Yes.
Just because from a lore perspective, it made no sense at the time, right? And, because if you were just coming out with, and I know everyone says, okay, you got all these officers that have abilities that don't necessarily make sense, but it's like, it was the opportunity at the time. It's like, you're coming out with a morale officer, you got to officer who was a morale officer.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
you finally have the ability to put something lore correct in the thing for the officer ability. So at the time, I was very much, an advocate of that. But I do agree, you got to read the room, right? You got
yeah,
to think about the situation that we're in, and regardless, and I get Cronox's point, right? Hey, this is a some guy's coffee break could make this change, and it's just switching
Yeah.
two IDs in the database, right? It's like one update statement. It's
yeah,
nothing, right?
exactly.
Uh, Assuming it doesn't break 15 other things in the background, as we've seen many times. But the point is, as you said, Nigel, it's kind of the perception at this point. For
Yeah,
one, there's way too much knowledge, education, videos, all the stuff you mentioned that is already out there that has this information, and not. But that's even to one side. Players have been using this officer the
yeah,
way that they're used to for so long, right? It's like everyone knows Neelix does burning, everyone knows Kim does morale, like it's built into the ethos, and
Hmm.
so that's one aspect of it. And then the other aspect is the perception, as you're talking about. It's like, it doesn't matter if there's a 5 minute change or a 5 hour change. The point is, it feels like either a, you're only willing to make small changes, b, it's a waste of time regardless of the amount of
yeah,
time it
yeah,
takes, or c, you're kind of making the change so that it could be a quick win and we can give you a pat on the back for making a meaningless change,
yeah,
while there's big important changes out there that need to be made that would actually have impact on people's game, right? Because this functionally, like, okay, it'll satisfy some people
yeah,
like myself who like the lore and
yeah.
like the show,
Agreed.
and
Yeah,
think, oh, that's cool, right? But it's not going to have any kind of meaningful impact on anyone's game, right? Like,
yeah,
it's not going to change the way we play, it's not going to make the economy better, it's not going to take out bugs, it's not going to let people accomplish a loop faster. Like, nothing is going to change about anybody's game,
yeah,
right? This is the same reason often you'll see, the community complains when they make simple text fixes. Now, I think text fixes are important and they have their place, right? We would love all the officer abilities to have consistent naming and not be confusing, and have consistent ways they communicate the percentages and everything, right? Like, that's great when they make those text fixes, but if we see another arc launch and like 95% plus of the fixes are just, hey, we fixed this little bit of text,
yeah.
that's not going to be satisfying to
No,
community
yeah.
that feels the game is in deep technical debt, and kind of on the brink of collapse.
Yeah, and also, as you
I
could,
mean,
so the poll finished with 78%, 75 people with no, don't change, and 22%, 21 people with yes to change. So some people do want it, right? That's the key. The key for me right here is now I'm more aware the more people want it. The thing that will be confusing, and then Ferry brings up a good point. He says, even if they technically make it work, which is questionable, and the presets still work, imagine how confusing it will be for players manually crewing. So many players who are casual will be confused and they'll create huge number of tickets. You have to educate thousands of people. Not everyone watches streamers. And those are the things that you don't realize. I mean, yes, lore, correct, brilliant. Perception right now, with everything going on, I think like time this, and it's a quick job, right? So we ended up in such a huge thing that basically doesn't go anywhere. And Lost In brings up a good point. He says most of the community will equip the officers in the future, not understand why their crews aren't working. Every single video and guide ever produced will be misinformation. And will the search functions even work? Yeah, but Lost In, the thing is as well, yeah, so now a new player comes into the game, right? They go, let me search how to crew, the Bortus, right? I got my first Bortus. Oh, I need some, burning. And they look at a video and someone says Neelix is burning, right? And there'll be loads from Red Deuce, from Tiberius, from whoever. There's loads of great people, Lube, they'll all say it, right? Suddenly, they go, cool, let me put Neelix in. Oh, wait a minute. This is not working the way I want it to. This is really confusing. Does everyone have to take every single video like that down with anything that has the word Neelix in it or the word Kim in it, and then redo all those videos? Do you see what I mean? There's history of education
I mean,
there. Yeah.
And old content gets outdated, so we will create new content. And yes, it will be weird at the beginning, but I think that might over time even out. But it's still weird to me. And to the thing Sniper said about bug fixes, the thing is they don't tell us about all the bug fixes they do because, for example, they're step by step moving from JSON, that's kind of format how you transfer data, into protobuf. That's a different version which takes less effort for them, which is more efficient. That stuff you don't read patch notes, but it's stuff they're fixing behind the scenes.
Yes.
So there's a lot of stuff fixed behind the scenes because over 7 years, each year new feature, each feature adds on step by step. Incremental, not much, but slice by slice it gets more, and they're constantly improving behind the scenes. Else, some stuff wouldn't work anymore. So it's not like they do nothing. Just it's not visible. Because nobody would even understand if you said, "Oh, we switched on this service and we moved over this to that," and that's deep tech stuff that even I wouldn't understand sometimes, maybe.
Yeah.
And because you're not deep in the trenches with them, so even if the patch notes look short, we know that they are notoriously bad, telling us stuff they really did with the patches.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again and again, we discover stuff in game they haven't talked about, and we're oh. That's a neat change.
Yes, there's loads of neat changes. I just want to thank Lostin. You're a hero, man. Thanks for completing that. It means the world. I'll be back. And everyone else that contributed. That's really kind. The thing is, thank you, Lostin. Honestly, it means the world. Half this community would understand that tech jargon, and we are geeks. I know, but the thing is...
That's true.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I need to give MJ Hat a bit of time, but Shockwave Prime, go ahead, my friend.
I wanted to, because sometimes, when we reiterate something, I think it hits more.
Yes.
But just to be clear, this is, I think, one of the most ridiculous things. And I'm not saying that to use powerful anti-Scopely language, right?
Yes.
But everything Sniper said is 100% correct. Everything you said. It doesn't matter how much the time it takes.
Yeah.
It matters, A, how this originated, B, the perception, and C, even if this only took 5 minutes, that means it took 5 minutes away from something more crucial that they could be fixing for a game that right now is riddled with issues. We couldn't get people to cross over yesterday, but yet, Neelix and Kim.
Yeah.
We can't get bases to target correctly, but yet Neelix and Kim. We can't even have base combat. So even though I was able to cross over yesterday, I had my base hit, not cracked, but certainly hit, and it didn't notify me who did it. It didn't even notify me when the battle was done. But yet Neelix and Kim.
And
it
that's the
doesn't
thing.
matter.
And that's the thing.
It doesn't matter about this.
Yeah, and do you know what's really amazing? What you just did, Shockwave Prime. That sentence is what people are going to use for every single bug that's not fixed. Because they will go, well, you didn't fix the bug about the text with this person, but Neelix and Kim. You didn't fix the thing where we told you it doesn't tell you exactly how to hit the right hostile, Neelix and Kim. And the problem is, what they've done is you've given the community a sentence they can use against all of this, and Lawson's right. Incursions was a management disaster, ongoing major issues that continued through all 3 time zones. Yeah, hashtag Neelix Kim. And that's the thing. It's not about, yes, okay, lore-wise, great, fantastic, whatever. Why not just bring a brand new Neelix that's got morale? Why not just bring a brand new officer? Don't confuse anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, bring a brand new officer out. You still own the IP and everything, and you own the whatever. Just release an officer. Hey guys, to help you guys off, here is that. MJ Hat, go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, man. I'm right there with you. I've saying this for a little bit now, and I know Quazel's been talking about it. Sorry, I'm a little nasally today. I apologize.
Yeah.
What's wrong with a whole new set of 3? Why? What's because at this point we're 7 years in, right? We've
Yeah.
had these officers for 3, 4. So I mean, we're just shifting them around to different ships anyway.
Yeah.
It would actually give us a little bit more flexibility if we did have another set, like future Kim, Balada, Felix, or assimilated, or I don't know, human Torres, or there's all kinds of different ways we could do it.
How about Mirror?
Yeah.
Mirror's good.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
not?
yeah, Mirror Universe, Neelix, or even changing that. But Lost In brings up a very good point. For the first time in my life with Lost In, Lost In I adore, by the way. Absolutely one of the loveliest, most genuinely wonderful people. I'm so glad. Well, I hope he calls me a friend. I'm so glad to call a friend. And by the way, Lost In tried an out Cortado, which is,
Oh no.
yeah, he did, and he secretly absolutely adores it and thinks it's the best drink he's ever had. He doesn't want to tell anybody he does. But Lawson makes a good point. He said that silly problem made him so angry that he was ready to turn off the game. That's a dangerous thought to induce players who are as engaged as me when it comes to incursions, right? And that was incursions things. Lawson says, Nigel quotes me perfectly. You said exactly. And the thing is, that change, is just now, our teachings will have to just all have to change around it. I don't know when they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to do it quick. It's a 5-minute change. It's perception. Right now, you need to get perception. So remember the 7 things I've talked about that need to be fixed in the game? Perception. Get those 7 things done. Maybe it's too late, but perception shows that you're at least going in a direction where you're fixing the things that bother people every day when they play. There are major fixes to do behind the scenes, but if you've got 5 minutes, fix the Alliance chat in APAC, in EU, and in the US and North America, where there are some delays. That's your 5 minutes. Fix that. Fix the syncing issue there. Fix the syncing issue and optimization with your chest. There's another 5 minutes you could spend time on. Fix, all the stuff that bother people when they do things. Fix the fact that the ads appear every freaking time you click on the station. Do you know what I mean? That's a 5-minute job. Go to timer, change it to 1 hour, 20 minutes. Instead of, however, it feels like every 5 minutes that ad appears. I'm like, yes, I know about this thing. Let me click off on it. Do you know what I mean? Like that, to me, it will be it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, the not even as an option to turn up the first one of it. I mean, it shows you how annoying it's getting to people. Because those advertisements, I even told that to them, is like, tell me what I'm buying. I mean, most of those things, there's a pack, and I'm like, okay, what does it do? I don't know.
Yeah, but
do I now need to go and
yeah, I'm sorry, you're cutting up, but Ferry brings up a good point, right? Ferry says it'll confuse many casual players who don't notice the change, all for the sake of lore correctness. And that's who you're going to affect. Because I can tell you right now, the people that watch people on Twitch, all the community that watch all the CCs on Twitch, those are committed players. The casual player who doesn't watch anybody, doesn't really think about anything, logs onto the game and goes, okay, that's not working anymore. Yeah. And that will be the thing. And also, Killer Angel brings up a good point. He says now you've got to correct all the blogs, the official blogs, inside Scopely and the website, right? You've got to change all of those and say, Kim is this, Neelix is that, so that people understand. And then you're going to have to change all the abilities, all the pictures, all of everything you've got to do for the sake of this. And that's the thing. And the question is, read the room. Right now, the room is not that ready for this change. And also, yeah, okay, we had 78%, which means that there is still a quarter of the player base that want it, right? Which is fair enough, no problem. But the perception is definitely something we need to have. We are tired of having to tell the casual players about announcements on Discord or, yes, exactly. And they should start announcing basic announcements, in-game and in Discord, so that it doesn't go through anybody with any filter. So it just be like, hey, guys, we're working on incursions. That's it. Doesn't have to go through a CC or whatever. Hey, guys, we're going to do this. Hey, guys, we've got a Arcfall is whenever. Hey, guys, this is going to happen, by the way, just to give you an update. Just simple things, right? You don't have to commit to anything. You have to do anything. So, yeah. And Skeletor's like, they messed up first time. Just leave it now. Change the sales pop-up to critical announcements. Yeah. You see those? That's a great idea, Humble. That is a genius idea. So you saw Humble. The thing I really liked about Incursions, it says Incursions is running Shield now. Almost wants you to click a button. Why not have that? There is a major change coming in the game. Updated news. You read it, and you read it once, and once you click off it, it disappears, right? At least you've done it once. Yeah, exactly, Tin Man Trek. You've also nailed it. Shapesh says, and as far as the lore correctness goes, how does having Kim as the burning officer make any sense? It doesn't. There is no lore reason to make Kim burning. He was liked by all the crew, so even if he wasn't the morale, he raised the morale, and Neelix burnt the crap. And Brian...
He burned his career.
Yeah, exactly. He burnt his career. And the question everyone asks, and Brian's got a serious question for you, Quasel. With this change, is Kim now being promoted from an ensign?
Oh, good question. I don't know.
Never. That can't happen.
Yeah, and what if that happened then?
Who knows? Alternative timelines. I mean, we are special in STFC.
Yeah, exactly. I like the idea of adding new officer, add 2 Vix from Voyager Season 2 with combined abilities. Yeah, just add another Neelix. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Add a morale Neelix who's got some interesting new abilities, that's above deck and below deck, cooking a storm above deck and, let's go, everybody, below deck in morale. I would like to fix scoring delays. S. Wilson says, yes. But you see that fix if scoring delays and all this, everyone's going to reply with, but Neelix and Tim. And Kim, that's the thing we've done. Also, Foxtrot says, I wouldn't mind the store pop-up if it rotated packs and gave a discount for bonus, not just same pack all the time. Yes, Sniper, go ahead.
So I doubt they would do it, but the one thing that I've always thought about, right, when it comes to these state officers is, and especially now with the hierarch, right, it's a whole different situation. So, but they never created like the companion or equivalent versions for below deck for PvP, right? Meaning like there's no 100% guaranteed of a particular state in PvP below deck officer, right? In fact, there really aren't much in terms of state officers below deck. Most of them are kind of more above deck officers. So the one thing I was thinking, and this is not necessarily about now, I thought of this previously, but I was saying if you wanted to make an lower officer, and again, everyone's right, like there's nothing that makes sense about Harry Kim being burning, right? So I think the comment's always been more around Neelix than around Kim or switching Neelix and Kim. But they could make status officer below deck and make them, like I was saying, mirror versions of these 3 officers or some other similar officers. Like you can make a mirror Neelix that gives 100% morale below deck in PvP, right?
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to like do something, it wouldn't quote unquote fix Neelix now, but at least maybe you would satisfy some people who wanted 2 groups of people potentially. People who wanted like the lore to be quote unquote correct and or matching, and 2 people who want below deck state officers so they have theoretically more flexibility on what officers they utilize above deck.
True.
Not just like one particular crew over the other potentially. So that is an option. Like I said, I don't think per se they would do it because they obviously want people to gear up and have more variability. But if you made below deck state officers that's similar to these state officers, actually at tier 5 went to 100%, people would chase those, right?
Yeah.
People would definitely chase those. So just a suggestion out there, because even with that, none of the PvP officers actually have, even at tier 5, I'm trying to think of, Hierarch has 100% chance to apply a state, but not a particular state.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, and I'm sure someone will call me out if I'm mistaken here, but I don't think there's any current PvP officer, even at tier 5, that
Yeah.
gives a 100% chance of a particular state, of a particular name state,
Name states.
with no condition.
Gold Ducat, 100% hull breach, right? Can't he do that when you synergize? Gold Ducat, yeah.
Yeah, I think they battle,
Specialist 7,
but
100%
yeah,
hull breach as well.
100. Yeah, that's true.
strike teams.
Special 7 does have 100%. I use. Oh, and
Yeah.
also data, right?
And
Data has 100% of simile. Okay, so
Yeah,
see,
but
I knew
Lord, there's no
I was
logic stuff.
immediately.
Yeah.
I knew I was immediately going to be proved wrong once I said that, but
These people here are really good. But Lostin's right. He says in the first month, if you swapped them around, fine, but now it's too late. I don't know those below decks would be that good. Yeah, exactly. The burning crew as well. The BLT would make more sense as a burning, as she was very hot-headed and angry. Yeah, I know that. The problem is you get into this discussion and whatever and all these things when we've all learned this. The doing that is the history of stuff you've got to fix. Is as in like the information distribution is a lot. Alison Romulan says that all she wants is they fix the bulk claim so that if she misses a day, she doesn't feel stressed that she misses a day and has to click so many things. That's what people want fixing, and that I bet you takes as long as fixing Neelix and Kim. Delete requirement. Push the button. Done. Easy.
Yeah, I mean that's coming to my knowledge. Didn't they? Didn't they say it's coming with the next?
Yeah.
Or was it? Was it in
Yeah,
there's a thing on the list. So
it's on the list, but little things like that. Why that? Like to me, why is it on the list? Why does it not happen now? Like you don't have to wait for anything. Just do it. Like do you know what I mean? And these coming soon. Yeah, exactly. In a world coming soon. You could do it like that. Also, I'll tell you quite a funny joke with that voice. But yes, but the thing is, Sniper. That's the point. Perception again, right? Because people are like, well, just remove the bulk claim thing.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There's easy things they could do that are easy fixes that also would take just 5 minutes that, are more impactful, much more impactful. Like the bulk claim thing, much more impactful than the Kim and Neelix thing, right?
Yes.
And just to throw in, whoever made that point,
Alice,
that is another interesting point about like switching the 3 thing, not the bulk claim thing, the thing with Torres, like
Yes.
that would not to give them any
God.
more bad ideas, but if you were going to logically do it and you had to pick those 3 officers and those 3 abilities, it would make the most sense for Taurus to be the burning officer and Neelix to be the morale officer and Kim to be the hull breach officer.
Yeah, exactly. But
Jesus, let's not go there.
Yeah, can you imagine? No,
that's what I said. I don't want to give them the idea to actually do that, but if you were gonna, make a change, that would be the more logical one.
Yeah, well, the great news is, Lostin, they took your idea. Every single month, an officer will just swap around, and you don't know who it is. And then you've just got to try and figure out what swap to wear and make a decision on which way it goes. They've suddenly upgraded them.
I feel like that's what they do with bug fixes anyway. Every month something new is broken, and we don't know what it is until we find it.
Yeah, RNG swapping. That is so good. RNG swapping.
Oh my God.
Oh God, just like, and it's now morale. And you're like, damn it. Oh, I got the wrong thing.
What's that? You want some Athena parts? Here's some Excelsior parts instead.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, the major changes required is this, for example, we will talk about it later. The officer choice material spend is superb. The numbers are a touch too high, but that is what we want. Just leave that store, let us chase an event, and let us get those officers, right? We can choose which one we want to go to. And I'm even chasing it because I'm going, oh my God, I need to get female Spock. I haven't got her. So that's been a focus of mine. And it made me go, how can I fudge how many ships that I can get rid of to do the material spend for that? That got me excited this weekend when I spent all weekend going Alliance tournaments and then Incursions.
It's brilliant. Like giving us the choice between all 3 new officers. And even because some people, like Lostin, seem to have fallen in love with the Paragon stuff, so they can even go for that. So that's how a strategic game, like a 4X game, as
Yeah.
it advertised, should be done. Give us choice and options, um, and again, put the RNG in getting the coins to do it. Like getting the leaderboard, maybe a
Yeah.
better place or not. It's a gamble. It's a little bit of. But then once you have the currency, I can pick my reward, and I hope
Yeah.
like they do it in more places. And we know a little bit more choice is coming next month.
Well,
So
yeah. Well, we don't
step
know
by step.
anything. Well, we don't know
Uh,
anything till they announce it. So
well, I know. I'm happy to
Quasel knows
tell
the
you
secret.
there's more choice coming.
there's more choice coming. Fantastic, Quasel. That's doing though. If Quasel says that, I don't know. But Celestine brings up a good point. She says the discovery is broken when attempting to use in the Veil. When trying to disco home mined or an OPC hunted materials, it does not register the materials in inventory. Also, discovery stopped being able to transport ships to the Veil for open armadas ever going through all the steps. You receive an error message and the ship tried to say, yeah, there's little errors like that appear every so often. This is the thing that does that. And again, mid-ops only get transporter patterns true and restart the selective officer depot tokens with 5-minute fixes. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things. Floyd Davino says the morale officer should be Officer Nigel. Loston agrees with it.
Oh my God.
It's like, officer ability ordering a cortado. Do you know what I mean? Because it improves your morale, right? As soon as you take a sip, you're like, oh my God, this is absolutely awesome. Lostin was like, my morale improved. Yeah, sniper.
The Ochre Tattoo should be,
Nigel will never stop.
Go on,
That should be like an EXO. That should be like an EXO.
Yeah,
the
an
Ochre
EXO.
Tattoo should be like an EXO.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
This is amazing. Well, Crazy says...
Hey, Nigel, I don't know if you wanted to switch over to talking a little bit about the math on
Yes.
this choice event.
Yeah, amazing. Well, let me show everyone here because I think we get more. Quasel saw on his screen. Smashing. And I can see that. So in there, this is what I get, Sniper. So to get to the top milestone, I need 453.06 million, right? That's horrendous, by the way. It's just absolutely, it's way too high.
It is, but there's an interesting point here.
Okay.
If you look at the actual math.
Okay.
So and not everyone may know because obviously based on your level, you generally have a different amount of points that you need to make, right? So not everyone sees things exactly the same way.
Yes.
But for us as higher level G7 players, right? Our typical spend event for like a what they consider less valuable officers, right?
Yeah.
Has been like around the 192 ish, I think, million points.
Yeah.
And for the more valuable officers, it's been around that point, like 226, 228.
Yeah.
And the reason it's variable because it depends on your level. Like for instance, that milestone for me is 228.25.
Yeah.
So even though it's the same exact event, I'm a higher level than you, so I have a higher milestone.
Yeah.
But the point is, usually that's the fourth milestone, right?
Yeah.
And what they usually do for the SMS portion, and this is where I think it's also interesting. For the SMS portion, traditionally they've been giving us half an unlock, right?
Yes.
So you get functionally half an unlock with the SMS, and you get like half an unlock or sometimes a full unlock depending on the event with the SLB, right? If you get first place.
Yes.
Now, I looked at these numbers and I'm hoping that because I just did quick math on it, I'm hoping I did it correctly and Quasel can keep me honest if I'm not.
Yeah.
But I believe since it's 150 shards or whatever these things are called, per officer shard that you get in the little event store. If you can go over to the event store, right?
Yeah.
Where you have that choice.
Yeah.
So if you look at the 3 new officers, any one of them, you could pull up to a full unlock, 120 shards.
Yeah.
And each shard costs 150, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Correct.
if you go up to the 3rd milestone, which is that 228 portion, you get 9,000 of these little what are they called, recruit tokens, right?
Yeah.
And so 9,000 recruit tokens at 150 per shard equals 60, right?
Yes.
So that is
Hmm.
functionally a half unlock.
Yeah.
Now, a half unlock is what you used to be able to get from the top milestone. So, what functionally, to me, it looks like they did is they actually gave you the option, which I actually personally like,
Okay.
is
Right.
now you could actually do an functionally additional milestone. So, they didn't add it like a fifth milestone or
Yeah.
something, which I guess they could have done it that way, but maybe it was harder to program. I don't know. But they essentially made the fourth milestone now that you can actually get the full officer unlock with
Yeah.
just completing the SMS,
Yeah.
right? So now you have to spend double what you would have previously spent on other SMS to get a half unlock.
Yeah. True.
But this is something I feel like people have asked for in some manner or another is like, hey, I don't like SLBs. I don't want to compete in the SLB. I don't want to spend all these resources and then end up losing or
Yeah.
whatever. So now your fate is kind of in your own hands, right? You
True.
could choose to stop at the third milestone and it'll be the same points roughly and the same amount of shards you're normally used to in SMS. And you could just stop there and treat it like any other SMS and you're done, right?
Yes.
Maybe you win something SLB, maybe you don't. But if you want to or are going to anyway spend more points, you now have the ability within your own control. You know exactly how much points you need. You could double your reward, right? And get a complete officer unlock without even having to look at the SLB at all, right?
Yeah.
That SLB you could consider bonus at that point,
Yeah.
right? Although I imagine, if you get 453 million points, you'll probably score pretty high on the SLB,
Yes.
depending on your server. Like if you
Maybe.
have a bunch of mega whales on your server, maybe not.
Ugh,
But
well.
if you're on a relatively normal server, I imagine you're going to score pretty well. Just even completing the SMS, you're probably at least place on the SLB. Like I don't know what yours look like. Yeah, see, you only got one guy who would be ahead of you if you got scored those 450.
Yeah.
At least at this time.
I've
Obviously,
got.
we don't know what's gonna happen. Right?
Yeah, I've got a little.
So,
I've got a little cheeky to get me, and I know they're listening as well. My server. I've got a little cheeky to get me there.
oh
And
no.
yeah, exactly. So, but I don't think I can hit that because I need to wait for the resources for everything else. It's close, but it shows that it's not super mega with that one. But you get a bonus. Like for me, even if I get this is the problem. Why 10th? Why 10th is the last place?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a problem we've been complaining about for a while, right? That's a different problem, but
yeah.
you're right. I think that should at least be 20, 25 places, if not more, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
but
by now
I'm
the
just saying,
population should have grown enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like they've been stuck on this for way too long. Like we still have events in G7, and I know not everyone on the stream is G7, right? So,
Yeah.
but we still have events in G7 that only 5 places, 5 total places, right?
Yeah.
We'll have like 50 plus G7 people complete for 5 places.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
we
true.
need to we need to really pump up those numbers as they say.
Yeah, true.
But I just think in the pure math perspective,
Yeah.
this is not as bad as it looks. Like my first reaction when I saw 450 million points also was like, what the heck did they do? They just doubled the amount of points that we need. Like that's insane, right? To go in the wrong direction. But like when I looked at it a little deeper on the maths, it sort of makes sense, right? It's like, okay, you're giving me double the points, but you're giving me double the rewards and in the SMS without requiring an SLB. So I think that part of it,
And
I'm not mad at.
Yeah,
and on top of it, it's choice. It's between three
Yes.
recent officers.
Yeah.
The officers released this and last month. And not only that, it's Paragon and Cadre recruit chest. So if you're maybe a few pulls away to get your 20 shots from the Paragon or from the Cadre chest, go check it out and maybe, split it. You can maybe top off your officers and unlock the one you need and then work on the next one. I'm absolutely in love with the choice, and it comes at similar same cost ish. So I'm in love with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't tell it otherwise. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I got to give them the props with the choice, right? That was the smart way to go. And you're right. In the strategy perspective, you now have the choice between, hey, I want a specific officer,
Yeah.
or hey, I want to I want to roll the dice and see if I can, improve my chances by going with the RNG based chess, right? Like now that's your choice. And to Quazel's point, like you might have a strategy and you might say, hey, I'm 5 pulls away from getting my guaranteed 20 on the Paragon or on the Carde, however you pronounce that. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing
The
it wrong.
cadre, yeah, the cadre, yeah.
But, so maybe I want to buy a bunch of guaranteed shards, but maybe I want to save 5 of those tokens
Yeah.
so I can do my 5 base RNG pulls and then bam, get a free 20.
Yeah,
These are all strategies.
No, it's strategy. Even Cottontail says, I don't think I've completed a weekend recruit event this year at all, and I went all in on this one. And it's a great example of their listening to that style, because this is great. Like, I still think that is about 15 to 20% too high. And if it just gets knocked down a touch, it becomes a very achievable goal and allows people to have choice. But that's just my personal opinion. Otherwise, it's superb. Love the SLB. It works well. Love the choice here as well. My favorite thing about the choice thing is they still put the cadre in Paragon Recruit just in case you wish to gamble your life away. Lost In goes all Paragon, all in. And that's the way he likes to do it. Well, if you really wanted, there's a pack for that. Yeah, exactly. So these are terrific choices. This choice, you should have more, and what we say, officer depot tokens. We should be able to unlock level 1 of each officer by engaging in the game. Level 2, 3, and 4, sure, you have to spend or work hard or get the things you need to do it, but you should be able to unlock level 1 of every single officer so you can engage. And we had a little discussion as well that we were talking about recently with a lot of players, and they were talking about like, well, I'm not chasing these officers because they're not important to me. And a few people said, well, they work really well in Quota, or they work really well with the 73 hostiles, or they work really well with the 75 TC armadas, right? And that person says, well, I'm not fussed about that, so these are not officers to chase for, but I like the concept, and they still loved it. So huge praise for this. It is absolutely the way to go. In fact, the material spends every weekend should be like this, minus the 20% on top, so allow people to do that. And Ascendancy brings up a good point. There are too many material spends now during the week. So synergization will be the next thing you've got to do. Hey, Ghost Pepper, synergization would be very important for people to do now, because having synergy with Vengeance is Mine should move into a Saturday as well, to allow people to synergize with the material spend to get some parts for the Vengeance and be able to do the things that they want as well, which is very, very important. Synergization during the week, because it's exhausting spending on these things. I know what they're trying to do. I mean, in my eyes, no one's ever told me this, they are trying to deplete your inventory of things that are wasteful and there and everywhere. So they're trying to get you to focus on the new buildings and the new stuff and remove the old buildings and force you to upgrade to get there. And I think that's a clever way of emptying your inventory. But also you need to synergize this with everything else to allow people to do well. Because at the end of the day, people want to, material spend, but they feel better when their material spend gives them more than what they think is valued. And I think that is a huge thing for the community. I would do that. That would be something you can do. Let's look at the chat. Even bringing back the officer spend events doesn't guarantee you getting the officer even if you finish the SMS. Yeah, true, but this one does, and I think they should focus on this one. SSJ Ain't Nobody says, do one or the other, or buy a pack to do both. Tech Ninja says, I can build 3 more affiliates because it's synergized with recruit weekends, but I really don't want to. Exactly. People want to synergize it with there. Mufasa says, only spend materials during event. True. Angry Lou says, what about putting an SMS does the Vengeance RLB so there is more waiting to progress on weekends? Yeah, so put the SMS in sync with the Vengeance RLB, not RLB, in the SMS. That would be amazing. Free Swag says, but it doesn't empty out the myriad of obsolete currencies and crap in our inventories. Yeah, but Free Swag, this is where the chance for them to do a inventory amnesty. Maybe open up a door and say, hey guys, here is a massive store. You can spend any of your old currencies, and all the old currencies were like M94, M93 and behind, all available. Spend whatever tokens is left. 1 will get you this, 2 will get you that, 3 will get you this, 4 will get you that. Let people empty their currencies with those little things and say, here you go. This should help influx the economy with a few more resources. Do the mathematics well. Whoa, I know I'm reaching there, crazy, but I'm reaching for the stars because I'd rather aim high on that. But yeah.
Yeah. Now, Nigel,
Yeah.
if I may, let's think about this because oh boy, I'm having trouble saying this now.
Synergization.
Synergization.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Speech is a little troubling there. So if you think about that, that is something very important in this game, and an aspect that I think Scopely doesn't always think about that
Yeah.
we should bring to them, and hopefully they're listening to this,
Yeah.
right? Because I know from my personal gameplay, from what I hear from others, that I generally will be much more encouraged, and sometimes will only do things if I'm getting at least 2 benefits out of it, right?
Yes.
Like just because of the cost and the economy and the limited resources, right? Especially at higher levels. Like I don't want to do something just for one event or one thing, right?
Yeah.
I want to get at least 2 benefits out of it, right? I want to say, hey, it works for this event and it's gonna work for this event. Like, back when I was chasing the vengeance, like I have max vengeance now, as you know.
Yeah.
As probably most of the stream listeners who listen for a while know.
Yeah.
So I don't care about Vengeance is Mine event. I have probably so many parts I could start giving out parts on the stream if there was a way of doing it, right? But which also would be nice if we had trading posts, but that's a whole different
That's a whole different
story.
thing. Yes. Yeah.
Now you're getting tons of affiliates instead. So does it matter?
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting Aphelions. Like I think I'm going to be able to have a whole fleet of Aphelions by the time. But hear me out on this for a second, right?
Yeah.
So, if I was still chasing the Vengeance, for sure, I'd be like, hey, I want the Vengeance Mine event to align with the spend weekend, so that it makes it a no-brainer for me. Like, oh yeah, of course, I want the Vengeance parts. I want the officer. Boom, let me spend them together. So let me propose this, and again,
Yeah.
Quasel may know, but I certainly am not NDA. I don't know anything about what's coming. But they seem to be on the pattern of restoring choice or bringing choices, right? So what if you took some of these bigger events and kind of combined them into a choice token of some sort,
Yeah.
as well? Because some people want certain things and some people want other things, right?
Yeah.
And you're never going to make everyone happy because people are different parts of the game.
Yeah.
So, for example, take the Vengeance is Mine event, take the Aphelion event, maybe take a couple others, combine them into a choice, align them and synergize them with the spend events, and it gives you the tokens. If you want to use that token to buy Vengeance parts, that's fine. If you want to use that to buy Vengeance BPs, that's fine. If you want to use it to buy Aphelion VPs, those are all in your choices. For in similar event, you could bring back the multiphasic master event and synergize that with alliance tournaments, right? Another event they want to encourage us to spend. Okay, don't encourage us to spend by giving us limited rerolls and other things like that. Encourage us to spend by putting an aligned event like multiphasic master.
Yeah.
And guess what? Throw in the that outpost artifact in there. Throw in the new Vanguard prisms in there, and watch people spend, right? Watch people like, oh man, okay, I can get that stuff. Throw in the Gilded Shackle, extra shards of the Gilded Shackle in there, and watch people. Oh, okay, now there's a reason for me to spend on AT, right? Now there's a reason to say, oh, you know what? Let me go grab that, hopefully static multiphasic cast and go buy a pack, right? Because now there's a reason for me to do it.
Yeah.
So I think that is the 2 concepts that we really should, help Scopely to adopt more and more. Aside from obviously the bug fixes, we talked about all that, but like while we're in this state, especially, give us choice wherever you can, and give us synergization wherever you can, and bring synergization and choice together for player benefit, right?
Yeah. 100%. Shockwave, you've got a few comments on a few things. Go ahead.
Praise my Lord.
I wanted to say that yes, we have we need to celebrate choice, all right?
Yes.
But I agree with Nigel. I know Sniper broke down the math.
Yeah.
That's fine. But this is one thing where math is not always the answer.
Yeah.
They had an opportunity to get a huge win and source some officers easier here.
Yes.
That these officers have had very poor sourcing, with the exception of maybe one, which is I think is Cat Spock.
Yeah.
But Ambassador Spock and Female Spock have had incredibly poor sourcing.
Yeah.
And they had a chance to get a huge win here and cap this, essentially have a full unlock of an officer for the same amount. And guess what?
Yeah.
Things that help you engage in the game, they should not be worried about breaking their economy with those officers, because this does nothing except for help players get the thing they need in Origin space.
Yes.
This is the kind of thing that they need to pay more attention to. Not creating a new store with the Vengeance. And Sniper, that's a very well thought out idea, but this is why I don't like it. Because too much is already tied to the Vengeance. The Vengeance is already what has led to the over monetization of this game by linking every new feature to it, through it, and with it. And it's already created that. At this point, they need to be giving much more Vengeance refit, or much more Vengeance BPs and parts away for little to no cost at all to the player. Because at this point, it's a bridge ship. With more and more players going into G7, it's nothing but a bridge ship. And I don't want to poo-poo your idea, because it's a great idea, very well thought out. But the problem is they don't get a win for sourcing a full unlock of an officer at double the cost. They get a win once they are able to get that officer through the unlock so that people can engage in their game. That's when they get the win.
Oh, 100%. And the Pioneer, that is Panda Pirate, says the Vengeance is a legendary PvE ship which can take players all the way through to Op 75 to camp for Op 76. It's a must-have ship, much more than a bridge ship. Panda. The parts needed to go up for sure, but not everyone has maxed it out, Crazy said. I have 100 Vengeance print. Sam U. Saran says, Moose says the bridge. Panda says he's taking it all the way to 80. How is that a bridge ship? Yeah, exactly. It's a bridge to 80. Okay, there we go. Quazel says, this is why you can't win. There's now choice at no additional choice. No, the thing is, the choice is good. Happy with the event. I just think the top milestone just needs a little.
The choice is good.
Yeah.
The choice is good, Quazel. What we're saying is Nigel is right.
I said they cost
Nigel
the
is right
same.
here.
Yeah.
It costs the same as last weekend, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not completely brain dead.
Yeah.
So you've gotten at the same cost choice. In addition, if you have the materials, for those that have the stockpile, you can spend twice as money and get a full unlock. You have, and not only have the choice between the three officers, they also kept the cadre and the Paragon stuff. I mean, yeah, sure, more is always better and cheaper is always better, but I want to be happy and not, again, bitch about things that have gotten better. I don't know.
The cadre and Paragon, though, are already not greatly sourced anyways. That's what got us to the officer sourcing mess that we're in right now, is cadre and Paragon. It doesn't matter. If you ask me as a player, what is better for me in my game? Is it taking a choice at cadre or Paragon, or is it going directly for the officer that I need? And I'm sorry that they made the mistake in doing things away from the Officer Depot token store. That's not my problem. Cadre and Paragon, however, have made it our problems for their mistake. All right? So when you can unlock a full PvE officer, PvE, mind you, for double the amount that you spent, but all that officer does is help you to engage in a loop that they want you to engage in anyways in territory, you don't get a win for that. The win is doing a complete PvE officer of your choice. The choice part here is the win, not how they're sourcing it.
Yeah. So
We can look at it from 20 or 30 different angles, but the problem is still that they are sourcing a PvE officer for double the price that they should because they're worried about the economy, which it actually doesn't hurt, and they're worried about which officer you want to get in the first place.
yeah.
So it doesn't matter. They don't get a win there.
Yeah, so let me just jump in here. Peace and assimilation. Thank you for the kind words and the donation. It means a lot. Thank you, thank you. The main thing is here is it's superb, it's brilliant, it's in the right direction. I'm just asking them to relook at the numbers of what it costs per shard. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm asking. It's there. It's 95, 96, 98% there. If you just nudged it a touchdown, I mean, I'm asking for 20%. If you gave me 10, I'll probably be happy. If you gave me 5, I'll probably be happy. But the thing is, it just is a touch too far for an end of arc. And because, you've tried to source them, the one that I'm trying to source is female Spock. I mean, some people are trying to source cat Spock. Is because there hasn't been a weekend material spend for female Spock, which is why I would have preferred to do the 50 and the SLB, and it will get me there. So I can choose that here. But, I want to make sure that I get the officer, and that's great. But what it does do, what ends up happening towards the end of the arc is everyone's saving their materials to see where they can go for the next part, right? So they're waiting to see what's coming up next. We're just asking for relief, minor relief, Quasel. And this is the thing. The thing as well is, again, perception. Give us a smaller win. Give us a bigger win than you think for officers that really are not horrendously effective outside of Origin space, right? And that it is the way to get yourself more people to be winning in this game. And that's the problem. Now you've got like the swap they're going to do. They must have a lot of bugs, and they're aiming for things, but they've got a lot of good things they're bringing back. The only thing is they've got to bring back, and now the question is, I'm going to ensure that I read what Lostin says, right? Lostin always says this. He's like, now you've gone to choice, stick with it till the end. Stick with it, adjust this little bits at a time, stick with this. Don't change this at all. Just keep going. Look, less points here, maybe that, whatever, add something to the store, but stick with the word choice. Don't stick with the other thing. Ferry says, only 2 players on my server have ever finished the SMS in G7, and I'm one of them. Okay. Yeah, because it's a touch too high. The milestone is too high, and that's Ferry who pretty much maxes out, these SMSs beautifully. He's a fantastic player. If you ever see him around, by the way, people, you should ask him for crewing advice. The guy's terrific. He's in Sandra's sort of a server as well. And those two with Bloody are probably one of the best, most knowledgeable people in the game. So I really appreciate you, Ferry. And you're absolutely right with that one. The milestone, it's just a touch too high. If it was 300 something, and I'd be like, all right, okay, I'll give it a go. 300 something, I'll give it a go.
I mean, I'm with you. I'll take Officer Chief any day, but it's 7 years we have been through office acquisition. And one thing that has been a constant pattern is those costs always went up slightly with the inflation in the game. I mean, we would need to run 7 years and I don't have the data to see with Will Alliance. But lately, it feels to me that they kind of always keep the costs per shard at a similar level-ish. Of course, PvP officers tend to be a little bit higher, but else it's like always the same. And yeah, we can argue that, we can discuss it, but I think we have better chances in other places, most likely. But maybe
Yeah, and do you know what's really funny?
wrong.
Yeah, do you know what's really funny, Quasel? Yeah, Nutsa says this. She goes, never mind the new officers. I still can't get Carol Marcus shards to max. So that's the funny part. Yes.
Oh my
Sniper.
goodness.
Yes, Sniper.
Yeah. One quick thing. Because I know probably most are not going to focus on the per se Paragon or the Cadre ones, but some will. Right. The one thing, just math-wise, just going back to the math that I'm kind of confused about because, or maybe nitpick about, is they do seem to have a higher cost for the actual Paragon recruits and the Cadre recruits, whereas like a single pull of the officers or a single shard of the officers is 150, but the Paragon of Cardre is 180, which by itself maybe makes some sense because a single pull can potentially get more than one shard.
Yeah.
I get that, but for some weird reason,
Yeah.
they have the amount you get from a single pull as 3,200 of those tokens, but the actual event store for those things
Yeah.
requires 4,000 for a single pull.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a mismatch. So if you had just like one token to spend, essentially, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to do a single pull, right? Now, if you math it out to on a more macro level, completing the um, SMS gives you, I think it's around 100, or the third milestone, right? Gives you 160,000 of those, which roughly
Yeah.
amounts to like 40 pulls, right? So that means if you completed the higher final milestone, you would get, if my math is correct, around 80 pulls of the token, which, again, is not going to get you to that guaranteed level, right?
Yeah.
So I think to make the math work in proportion to how you would, do it with the other with the individual officers being a guaranteed pull, they should do the same thing for for these
Yeah.
officers, or for the recruit tokens, where essentially they make, instead of those being 3,200, they make it an actual 4,000, which would mean that every chest
Yeah.
you pull is one pull from the recruit. And I believe that would end you up with 100 pulls from the recruit, which would be over the 90 required to get a guaranteed
Yeah.
of 20 officer shards. So I think that, in my mind, math wise, makes the most sense.
Yeah.
If they, and it'll prevent issues like someone doing a single pull and being like, "Hey, I got 3,200 of these tokens I can't spend because I don't have 4,000 of them." Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, true, and that's the key. And two people bring up this exact same point for Quasel, which I think is a terrific question. Speaking, Panda Pioneer. God, I've got to say the word pioneer, don't I? Pioneer Panda
Oh, man.
Pirate says, speaking of inflation in the game, can we request an inflation over time adjustment for both the multiphasic amounts for packs and the materials are within the multiphasic chests? Ferry says there's been very little pack inflation review on how many times the packs have been inflated in the last 12 months, twice, maybe 3 times, by a minimal amount. So there is a lot of things, Quasel, that are like they haven't adjusted the rest of it. Like they're like, okay, so the materials are this high, but the packs have gone this high. So then people can go, if I get a pack, it'll get me there. But then the free to play need to still have the opportunity to do it as well. Simon says the idea that something has been done this way for long and therefore must remain is a fallacy. So, supposedly, with Cameron's involvement, this is a brand new day for STFC, and we should not be afraid to challenge the status quo. We should always ask for things to be different because we're doing things the same way is why we are here now. Roar, who always has a very good opinion here as well, says we had a whole discussion the other day. They've never depreciated the value of packs from 7 years ago, no matter how many new things they add. Someone said that the com badge is still valued at $15 as per pack, which is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's little things like that. Even as well with the transporter patterns, like they haven't even looked at those. Maybe start giving the lower players a bit more officers with regards to that. And Ascendancy says that
Yeah, it's about the multiphasics. I mean,
yeah.
to my knowledge, I talks about it. I don't know if they will go anywhere. It's been looked
Hey,
into,
Strickland.
and that's all I've heard about it. And most likely, I think the theme was more to increase the chests and to give more out. But until it's in a game, like SNDC says, it's all rumors and hearsay. But then, what else would we talk about if we don't?
Okay.
If we only talking about facts, it
Yeah,
would be kind of boring.
here's my list for everybody, right? And you tell me if you disagree with this list. Here's my list. If I were to tell people to do something, this is the list I would do. I would be like, the forbidden texts, the ones that go to 55 need to get to 60, just change it. Whatever you've got to do, give us a percentage if you want us to do that, or make us have the ability. You have delivered on a promise, which is that reaches that level. End of. Do that really quick. The other thing is fix the alliance chat and let the admirals and commodores able to send a personal message to all members. It should be doable. You can do it quite easily. You can put an announcement, whichever way you want to go it. Nice and simple, straightforward. We should, Crisito suggested this, have symbols for housing places within the map so people can see where you can house rather than having to travel there and figure out if there's a housing state, right? That yet is a simple change you can do in the game. And art department, 5-minute jobby, chuck a little symbol, boom, done, right? Nice and easy. And then return the Officer Depot token store is my other suggestion, saying bring it back in some form, and this form is quite good. Bring it back in this type of form to do it. I also put a suggestion down, which is my fourth suggestion, is that the multi-phasic credit amounts need to go up, and they need to be up by 50% of what they are now, minimum, to make them valuable, that if someone purchases a $100 pack or a $20 pack or whatever pack, they are gaining something extra for them. Well done on getting this. Here's a little gift. Well done on buying this. Here's a little gift. That little gift makes an absolute amazing. The other thing is the syndicate, right? The syndicate buffs that being the same for 71 to 80, and also the 61 to 70 and the 71 to 80 have the exact same buffs. Give us another 300, 400%, chuck something on top. Make everyone happy to say, you guys are elite. You deserve this extra 300% of something, right? Simple things. The vengeance abilities. All those vengeance abilities, from the cloaking, the summoning, to the jump drive, need to be available in the game and not be 5 packs to buy 1, which is insane, by the way. And also, you have to... And the problem is, when you max the vengeance, you lose the ability to get the thing to be able to get you the summon. And also, you can't spend on it because it needs parts to score. So there's a massive disconnect there. It's a legendary ship that needs legendary sourcing right now. That would be a simple thing. And then the other change I suggested, which is number 8 out of 10, is update all the winning events to make sure first place gets top reward, 2 to 5 get second, 6 to 10 get third, 10 to 25 get fourth, and so on and so forth. Dump the rewards down. So instead of like when I showed you, Sniper, that it was only 10 finishers here, no. Give us those, work their way down. You're not going to lose the economy by giving people 900 to 25th. That is important. It just needs an update. Also, my number 9 thing was the 7 and 30-day loyalty chests, right? Change them, update them. They need at least a 50% increase. They need to have Sigma RS resources in, Sigma Trit to be added. Also, if you've maxed the Devore, Carol, or Kesner, you should be able to replace them with some tokens. You should replace them with something new to do, and that is more important to do. And reward people for doing 7 days of the events during a week, and they gain this thing, right? Which is absolutely superb.
Yep.
And my final thing is this. Those ad pop-ups, I'm not saying they need to go, but my God, please lower the time that they appear. Because when you go between arenas and incursions and you're jumping in and out of these things, it pops up again, pops up again, pops up again, pops up again, always on your station. And then you have to click on it, and some people had to restart because your station doesn't load in the background because this massive ad pops up in your face. And I think that's a really important thing to do. So those are the 10 things. If I was them, those are the 10 things I would do right now, straight away, day 1. Walk in tomorrow. Hey, guys, next couple of days, sort these things, 5-minute jobby here, 5-minute jobby here. Do these things and watch people celebrate. And then, yes, Skeletor, things like Cosmic Cleanup need an update. All these events, Panda Pirate and Fairy bring up to me every single time when we do our open table discussion every week in the VIP server. And it's always like, hey, guys, we just need... sort out inflation over time. We need to update all these events that don't have G7 materials. Look at Mining Monday, Quasel. Still doesn't have G7 anything. What's the point? Like, it's
a pattern. We always say they don't update old stuff, and that's the thing. They start to change. I mean, I hope they will go to a lot of things. There's so many things that came to mind that can be fixed,
Yeah.
and you need to start somewhere. I'm totally with you. My biggest hope is that they fix the general stability because
Yeah.
it's still annoying disconnects and mining nodes not switching properly.
True. Yeah, true.
Um,
But
um,
Quasel,
transition mines. It's so much.
yeah.
It's
No, and I'm saying this in a positive way, by the way. Just hear my
yeah.
tone. There's a reason I'm saying it this way. The reason, Quasel, I'm going, they're going to say, like, so you've done Neelix and Kim, but you can't update the rewards in an event. You know what I mean? Like, it's a 5-minute job, right? Change the numbers,
Nah,
make them better.
changing,
Yeah, yes.
changing rewards it needs more thought went into it.
Yeah,
So I
well,
mean,
the
there's
thought is
stuff
very
that's
simple.
easy. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but the
But yeah,
thought is
yeah.
very easy.
I mean,
Give it this. Also,
yeah.
Quasel, do you know when was the last time they announced War Room was beginning?
Never. I can't remember, and I forgot about it again. I read it and then it skipped my mind because there's no visual indication
No,
anywhere.
no,
So yeah,
it doesn't even freaking
it's
flash in your like event thing, and you just go, "Oh God, War Room's on." Mine Isogen, and also it takes old rewards, Isogen. So I'm like, no. Isogenite should be updated. Like it's part of your territory. You should update the events around it and everything around that. So look, they're doing it. They're doing the best job they can at this time. It just needs focus minds, get the small wins early to give yourself the time for the bigger win. You will have way more time and way more forgiving people if you start giving the players a lot of choice. You start giving the players a beautiful base whereby they know the events will give them materials of their choice. And like, I'll chase it. I'll be like, sometimes I'm Sigma Parsteel hungry, so I'll go and chase those events. Sometimes I'll be Sigma Tritanium hungry, which is every person in the history of mankind will do that. If you're Flossy, you're Sigma Dilithium hungry, and you're trying to do that. Yes, they have to, and that's the thing, Ghost Pepper. Even for the mid-ops, even for the lower ops, even for the Alice Romulans of the world, the Lady Commands and all of them, and the Mufasas who are working their way up this ladder, they're going, give us rewards to progress us, right? So they've done something really great for G3. They've something really great for G4, G5. Floyd needs help. Floyd and his teammates and King Gaza and all these people need massive amounts of help to be able to progress and do well. In fact, the biggest section that needs help in the game is G5 because they are split in half. Because 55 and above has got a thing. And so we have Juicy Tao is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. By the way, Juicy Tao really sucks at puzzles. Like, he basically sucks. Juicy Tao, you were awful on Big Walk. If it wasn't for me, nothing would have happened on Big Walk. I'm kidding. Let's give Juicy Tao a little shout out, my lovely friends. That would be amazing. That would be great. Juicy Tao will be doing, marbles as well, so stand by. But these are little things that you can do in the game that would be really important to benefit this as well, which would be great and all that. Thank you so much for giving that shout out, Broken Wolf. That's really kind. And see, those little changes make it really exciting and make it really worthwhile for everyone else. And that's why, Quasel, I'm hoping that you can do that. And now Panda Pirate is now tagged me yet for another tag saying, can the CCs please request a comp bonus elite reward token for every day that the game remains in shambles? AT busted incursions. Yeah, that's Panda. You thought I was reaching with a quote previously. That is reaching to the stars to a different level.
Panda should actually have instead of the pioneer title, he needs to be like chief comp officer.
chief comp officer to do that one, which I think would be amazing.
Yeah. Aim high, so we maybe get something out of it. Anyway, I wish everybody a nice night.
Thanks again.
I need to head off.
Thank you very much, Quasel, for that. What a warm
Thanks,
welcome.
Quasel.
Well, Juicy Tao, you are... by the way, Juicy Tao wants to be a banana because he likes to be indecent on stream. Thank you so much. That was absolutely good. Panda can do double duty, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah.
And Nigel, just a quick plug for Brain Racer's comment, since we were talking about War
Brian
Room,
Racer,
just a
you've done
quick
what I
plug
did.
Huh?
Brian Racer.
Oh, no, I didn't. I did it on purpose.
Oh, yeah, good. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. I was like...
but yeah. But, I do think G7 for War Room is just a shameless plug for all our G7 players would be great. as well. In addition, especially if they're going to touch War Room and make it actually notify us and various other things. Be great if we actually had some G7 resources in there.
Yeah.
So just a quick plug on that.
Yeah, exactly. They just G7 resources everywhere. I mean, G7's been out for not a year, almost a year, right? Almost a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think it'll be a year in October, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, October-ish, September, October-ish. I can't remember what it was, which is absolutely amazing. And Sam U. Saran says, let's make Quasel an officer that fixes everything. Oh, God, dear God. Let's not give him that credit. Jesus. That'd be looking for a magic wand. I would like to buy an FC slot, but I only got 337 million lat and low amounts of officer arset and mats compared to other newer pack. Exactly. Like, those packs need upgrading. Sidononis. So if anyone from the Scopes team is listening, someone's saying I'll spend $100 on a pack, but it doesn't have any RS and only has like 37 million lat. So why isn't that updated? Someone's got to be in there just going, update these numbers. Inflation's gone up. I'm sure they can put a percentage on everything and get it straight up. Celestine says, new officers need to be added back into the free battle pass. The new officer RNG rewards stink because they fill the older officers with the upper level ones at max, so we end up with a little or nothing. Absolutely agree, Celestine. Little things like that, big little minor changes that get everyone happy and keep things going is what's really important to boost people. And I think once they do that and they do this, and then hopefully we don't have to go through an Alliance Tournament Incursions thing again. So for just a little update for everyone here as well, with regards to Alliance Tournaments, it's more likely tomorrow, Monday, that they will look at stuff and issue whatever comps or fix the things that are required. Hopefully it won't take long for that. Hopefully we can push them to open the store a couple more days extra, because I think that's the only way to allow these people who couldn't quite spend their tokens because they're stuck in limbo land to do so. And they'll have a bigger impact. Ghost Pepper, I believe little and small changes will happen now. Just bear with us. There are a few things that hopefully will work out in a good way. And the thing is, Jay Berg says if Scopely makes if Scopely makes keeping packs updated a position, that would help. The job description would read, need help, wanted packs, need polished, apply within. Exactly. No. Ghost Pepper, and I'll explain why in a different way. Omega Prime says, pack need to update their Antique Alliance gifts contribution from useless G2 to G5 5-minute speed-ups. And one of the suggestions was, why not give people five multiphasics? Just 5. And then, to your Alliance teammates. And if you have an Alliance to spend a lot, someone's going to benefit with 100. Or maybe 200, stuff like that. Lady Command still looking for a sugar daddy to buy packs. Apply within. That sounds absolutely great with that as well. Ferry says, can we lobby to run Alliance Tournament twice a month? It's beyond me why anyone would want to slow their progress and only run it monthly if a specific grade has an issue with tasks. So, Ferry, I'm with you on this. As long as it works and then they don't touch it. It now works, the tasks work, which currently, the last bit of it kind of works, right, Ferry? So I think the last bit of it kind of works. So if you're just giving that is the delivery of your product, you can run it twice a month. But don't change anything. And control the version. So that version, the very last version, is the one to go to. So that will be the one to get. They need to touch the AT store. They do. They can add stuff to the AT store, but don't touch the tasks. Don't touch anything with regards to that. Add more rerolls or remove the rerolls, as Sniper said previously. And that'll be an amazing thing with that, because Alliance Tournament and Incursions been there. We have Ghost Pepper on the stage. Anything you'd like to add in, Ghost, to all this, please?
I know. I've been running my mouth in the chat.
That's all right.
But for the most recent thing about the Alliance tournaments running twice a month, I'm okay with it as long as it doesn't drain people's resources that also use them for other events, which doesn't necessarily affect all players, but it is a consideration. Aside from that, I see the benefit of having them more often for the reward. So I'm on the fence with that part. The other thing is, I completely agree with you, Nigel, on everything that you keep saying that needs to be changed, these small, tiny changes. And you keep saying something might be coming, but it is frustrating, right? Because what you have mentioned, what we have asked for, and these small things are not enormous efforts, right? That's been the whole point that they've been suggested. So it's frustrating, right? That we're sitting here still worrying about this and we're supposed to keep on, but we can't get the small things, and yet they want to try and do the big things. So it can be frustrating on that part.
Sure, I'm not saying it's frustrating, but certain situations can change to allow us to get feedback in. So I'll leave it as that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Top Gunner. Well, yeah. Good luck on that one happening. But and the key thing is because I just want people to be aware that he'll speak to loads of different people, right? I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll speak to loads of different players, loads of different things. Maybe they'll listen to the show, maybe they'll speak to different things. Things will open up. I know Albatron, but Neelix and Kim. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's those little changes which I hope will make those difference. I've talked them out. I've told you what the changes are. I've told you my 10-point bullet plan. They do those 10 things. You watch people go, do you know what? I'll play the game. Now I haven't got the headache of the ads. The multi-phasics are pretty good.
Have we gotten any update on those 10-point things that you shared?
Ghost Pepper.
Like, didn't you take the 10 points to them before? Like,
no, Quasel did not me.
oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Wow, I feel like I'm being attacked today. This is quite fun. Floyd Davino says, depends on what tasks you can do. If it doesn't, I'd want to... I hate this thing. The way in this chat, the way it works, it doesn't do it. I'd want Alliance Tournament to run once a year. It drains too much resources, lower leagues, and trash. That's what Floyd says. But Ferry responds with, if it doesn't work for you, you're not obliged to participate. Like all events, if you don't see the value, do it personally. The rewards from the Alliance Tournaments placing on their own is great. Well, Floyd, like at G5, you struggle. I know you do struggle. Because the problem with G5 compared to every other... sort of generation in the game is they're just split in half. And the problem with this half split is you've got this 55 thing there, which means their tasks, you're screwed, basically. So if you're 51, 52, 53, 54, you struggle. And even when you hit 55, you can't hit the right level to move up. So you need to be at 60 where it works. So G5 needs a major look at. G5 needs an oomph in these Alliance tournaments to make it work. And that'll be amazing in that month. Eliminate the spam bots. Yeah, they're working on those things. Sammy Stitch. I hope if you're talking about Twitch, that's the bot that it just does automatic stuff. I'll happily remove that if that's an issue. Supposedly that will get addressed in the new Arc launch. Eliminate the bots. Well, no, they've sent some fixes out. Some things have worked out and something have actually does. The ones that gave the message to everyone to join fake Discord. Yes, exactly. Green Tea, they've attempted a couple of things with that one. So hopefully that will work in a good way. Spam bots have gotten sexier on SDFC. Vote to keep them. Lost In, have you seen what Haywire did as his response to one? It is fantastic. Lost In, I've got to send you like what Haywire has been responding to them, and they're so confused they refuse to respond back. Jim Pi says, I would love Alliance tournaments twice a month personally, but as an Alliance Commodore, it would burn out more. Yeah, it's the burnout aspect. I think Ferry's right in that there's loads of great rewards here that we want, but then the other side is people are going to get exhausted with overspending on the resources. So if the tasks were more grindier or synergize with things during the week, so that you're doing one thing and you might as well pick up this task and you get great points and it helps you with 3 events. Do you see what I mean? Like that sort of stuff I think would be more important to do so than anything like, which I think is absolutely amazing and sort of really great and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, no, it's all good. I appreciate you, MJ Hat. I think we've done an incredible job with this one, so we'll see how that goes. Usernames that wouldn't be approved. Well, some of them are like really basic usernames, which is interesting. Skeletor says one of those in the game PM's bots had some great names. Yeah, cool. Roar said, let's not be hasty now. How am I going to sell? Oh, yeah, exactly. Broken Wolf, remember to spend your choice token rewards, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Very good point. And what Broken Wolf is saying is in the game, the choice tokens, don't miss out on them because that is very important to have a look at. And what he's saying is these choice tokens here, these rewards, make sure you spend them. It's only 18 hours and 50 minutes left on these things. Make sure you spend these as soon as possible and don't leave them. Yeah, exactly, which I think would be amazing. Anyone remember the free Latinum days? No, Floyd Divino, we're not at. Foster says, same crap between 21 and 39, to be honest, Foster. Oh, that's good to know. We've been told so far that they seem to be those levels seem to be doing okay with regards to these things, and I think that is important. I just think that that is important. You can't combat bots by player name filters. They, by definition, use scripts to create accounts off a template. It's 0.5 second fix for them. Yeah, exactly. So you need to be a bit more precise in what you do and everything that comes across with that one, which I think is absolutely superb. Which is great. But last thoughts from the panel before we move on to marbles. And apparently, if I put marbles here, someone thinks I put it in the private server, which I think is quite funny. Anything you'd like to add on, Sniper, for the end here? Oh,
Well,
we
couple
can hear you.
things.
Oh, there you are.
One, oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Can
can hear
me?
you now. Yeah.
Yeah. One big shout out and thanks for everyone who was able to contribute to
Oh, amazing. Yes.
the fund. I see that it was able to meet the minimum goal.
Yeah,
So
incredible.
thank you
I
for
appreciate that.
everyone who was able to do that. I really appreciate it. Nigel appreciates it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Remember, that's all for charity. That's the point.
Yeah.
Also, just looking forward to, again, see the different ideas that people have in regards to choice. I definitely recommend anyone who has some ideas, if you're not already on the SDFC Briefings Discord,
Oh, yeah. Good choice.
pop over there and throw in some suggestions. I think the more voices, the more ideas we get, the better. But because one thing that I do see is some sense that Scopely is starting to listen, and I think that is perhaps the biggest change we can hope for. And so let's put the ideas out there, because if we don't ask, we won't get, right?
Yeah.
So if you have ideas for how to do it, come join us on the Discord and let's discuss them.
Yeah, 100%. The Discord's got some great stuff. It's got a suggestion channel as well. And what we do is we turn these into an CSV for Quasel and anyone else that requests them, and helps them get a chance to, have a look at those details and work within those details as well, and use them for their feedback channels. If they wish to use them, then that's absolutely superb. And the key is to encourage more changes and more things like this to make it work. So yeah, definitely come in, Point Discord, come and do that. Mad Hatter's got a question saying, and Quasel, if they made cross-server PMs a ops lock for being able to join Incursion, it will eliminate the ability for spam messages to be sent in the first place, which is amazing. That is absolutely true with that. Appreciate everyone for your donations. It honestly means the world. Yes, MJ Hat, pop in, my friend.
Okay. First off, I wanted to say thank you to everybody. I know Sniper just did, but we wanted to try to make sure that we took care of Nigel this weekend, because he does a lot for us, and you guys not only came through on that, you knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say is, we talk about so much every single day, and I can't stress enough how awesome this community is whenever you guys need to come together and whatnot.
Yeah.
So seriously, big shout out for helping Nigel today. Big shout out for all the support not only he's got, but I've got over the past year. Yeah. I love you all, man. I truly do. Come see me tonight. That's all I got, Nigel.
Yeah. When is your thing starting? And Ultra's not starting, is he?
I don't know. 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Eastern.
8 o'clock Eastern on your time as well. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if Ultra starting. Did Mufasa start randomly? I saw loads of announcements and I didn't really look at them. But that was the thing that I was looking for. Thank you so much, everybody, honestly, for the donations where you guys into. And the best thing is, because the store still has the money from people that are, members and stuff like that, we still have stuff in there to give back to players as well. So we'll still be able to do those giveaways through the store because they exist in there in their separate panel, which is very kind of everybody that's used. So Skeletor Store is your... Yes, it is. It is now secure. I have secured it. I've changed all the passwords, Skeletor, and done everything I can, including the thing. But like Ascendancy says, I have put a report in to them, and they work Monday to Friday at certain times. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll get a very good answer regarding this, and that would help me out quite a lot, which is absolutely amazing. Muse doing D&D isn't... Oh, he's not doing Star Trek. Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. Amazing like that, which is kind of cool. So, anything else? Panda Pirate says, wait. Panda has one additional thing. Can the team ask HQ to start including smaller Sigma RS tokens in event and pack? There is no excuse now to have... there's no excuse now to have exact amounts. Yes, that's a very good suggestion that needs to definitely get in there, Panda Pirates. Absolutely correct with that one as well. Which is, yeah, I do hope so, Skeletor. It's a bit of a pain, but hopefully Ascendancy seems like he knows that world quite well. So I'm going to go to him and speak to him about a few emails and see what it is. Is the tip the only... Yes, at the moment, yes, ringing 10-pin. That's the only way that's secure at the moment, so I appreciate everyone to do so. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll switch over to marbles, and let's have a bit of fun. It's been a bit that as well, which is absolutely awesome. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We will begin with a race. Floyd Davino will obviously try and do some sort of quack race, which doesn't exist, but let's see what we can find, and we still have... stuff in the store to give away. So there's enough to give 5 giveaways today. So let's give those to people as a thank you for everything you guys have done as well. Not yet. Now, X-Fish Point Play, come into the chat. Let's go. There's some new collections as well. The I Am a Trekkie collection or I Am a collection is available. There's going to be an I Am a this, I Am a that, and there's loads of different things you can do. There's people coming in. Let's fill up. Let's give me that one of the biggest stuff like that. I mean, the amazing
a
team.
great plan.
Yes. What's your plan?
As soon as the match bell rings.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes.
Yes.
You will punch Corey straight in the groin.
Why do I need to punch him in the groin? Oh, you in the groin and everything like that. Come on in, people. Let's go. MJ Hat, I appreciate you all for everything you've done. And you guys have done that, which is absolutely amazing. It's honestly, it blows my mind. I had, worries and doubts and stuff. Yes. So I appreciate everyone for doing so and alleviating a bit of pressure that I thought that I'm going to have to deal with. Let me tidy up this marble screen a little bit as well. I think I've been... Because do you know what's really painful as well that I had to do? Re-logging into everything took forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of the most painful things I've ever had to do. It's like, oh my God, I've had to do this and that and the other. Come on in. Yes?
Cursed.
Humble seat, you are cursed. Here we go. I think that's a good marble.
You
Yes?
are cursed.
Minnie Mabel's here, X-Fish Point Play, and she managed to make it in. I thought Minnie Mabel hated me. She hates me. Oh my God, how many people have we got? That's insane. Okay, wow, okay. I guess we better start then. Jesus Christ, MJ Hat, there's so many people in here. Here we go, the race begins. I've never seen so many people, and it's all because Minnie Mabel. That I said the word Minnie Mabel, and everyone went, oh my God, Minnie Mabel's here. Hey, yo, how you doing? Come on in, Jeff Games, Rage Starve, everyone late last minute. Wow. Well, I've never seen so many people in marbles ever before. J-Bibs, everything like, remember 100 bits and to do, oh, wow, that's a bit of a death. 100 bits or more to cause havoc and everywhere. There's 100 bits by Simon Says. He boosts himself. KJ's here. KJ's died. KJ has died. Oh,
That's awesome.
KJ just died, an unbelievable death. And Phantom Unicorn almost went for a big win. Maca Red Lobster's got a Vuel, and my Servium has got a chance here. Vuel's in the lead. He's using the tokens to get there. And here we go, 50 feet, 100 bits by Retro Fury, and 50 bits by Floyd Davino. Lady Command says, thanks for caring about all the levels and giving the voice to them. Always.
Floyd Davino asked me.
Yes, what did you ask?
How?
Yeah?
Nigelrovers is just plain quackers.
What?
He hasn't learned that duck races are greater than marbles
No,
races.
they're not!
Can you help him see the light or just
No.
send him out the pod bay doors?
That's bull. I'm not agreeing to
I can
this.
help them see the light. Duck races are, statistically speaking, the superior form
And
of
Martok!
absurdity.
Martok's gonna win!
Marbles merely fall.
Someone almost
Ducks
fell through the
have
hole. Did you see
character.
that?
As for
No,
the pod bay
we did.
doors,
Oh my God.
I'm afraid I can't open them for everyone. But I can
Floyd.
certainly remind them that resistance to duck supremacy is both inefficient and, frankly, a little embarrassing.
I thought Hal was going to say resistance is futile.
Yeah, I thought resistance is futile. I thought it'd be quite funny. There we go. Cottontail's taking a huge lead. He is the king of marbles, remember? And that was unbelievable. Floyd Davino's like, damn it, I didn't win. Cottontail's going to win this. Is he going to win this? Yes, he does. Cottontail's the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight champion of the world, the undisputed, the man with the voice of an angel, with the beard of an icon, and with a stream that sends you to a world of fantasy. Cottontail is the winner. Congratulations. SDFC Briefings mug. All are yours while we're watching Minnie Mabel slowly working her way around. Minnie, come on. Minnie, you need to go right. Come on, Minnie. Come on, Minnie. Oh, God, Minnie. Oh, never mind. We'll just end the race here. Let's do a prediction there. MJ Hat, we are in there. Cottontail, you're the winner. You know what to do. There's some really good new mugs in there, which will be Marble King. Cotton McKnight is the winner. 4 finishers. There's a prediction up there. Hype Train is at level 1. 3 subs or more, or 1.3k bits. But you guys have done so much today, so I'm not going to ask for anything at all. But it's there. If people want it, and we'll do another race. Here we go. Minnie is as slow as her duck races. Here we go. X-Witch Point Play. Switch Point Play. Let's give it a big, huge joining in for people. I mean, the stream number today has been unbelievable. And thank you again for everything as well. Thanks, Ostis, with your kind donation as well. And that is really, it means the world to me. Retro Fury, Ostis, thank you so much for your kind donation. It means as well a lot, my friend. I appreciate you for doing that. Floyd Davino at 5 gifted sends us to the next level. Floyd, oh, Floyd, you kind man. Thank you so much for doing that. It sends us to the next level. Here we go. X-Witch Point Play, Ultimate Point Play. We can give away another STFC Briefings mug. We might do a Floyd and Barkman mug soon. And it will just say X-Witch Point Floyd, and in the back it'll just say something really random.
Right.
Wow, 200 bits there by Retro Fury to get us to the next level. MJ Hat, this is unbelievable. What an iconic moment. We're getting over 100 people joining these races. Cruzito's in and KJ is in. This is going to be a big battle between Cruzito and KJ. Who is going to get ahead of anyone? Have we done a prediction, MJ Hat? Can we do that if that's possible?
We have it. It's done.
Oh, yeah, it's done.
Already
Sorry.
in.
Yeah, it's absolutely in. Fantastic. Badhausen. Yeah, exactly. So something X-Witch Point Play. Choose the thing that you want to choose and see how it goes. No, Quack. No, we don't do Quack Dundesh. Here we go. I think we've got enough people in. And Feeling Wolf. Feeling Wolf with 2. Skeletor with 5 gifted. Sends us to the next level. Wow. People keeping it going. The hype train's still going. This is unbelievable. Beardato, the loads of stream streaks today. Sorry if I missed them all. Feeling Wolf with 100 bits. Cruzito has just thrown 50 bits just to ensure that KJ does not win. That's the only reason he does that. And we're watching it go through. Evil XP's been iced. Us has been dingled. He went, and then Evil XP, and it's like right up his Barbie doll. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. It went right up Ostis's Barbie doll. He went, Yeah, and every way. Virtual Army with 100 bits. X-Force with 200 bits. Cruzito with the 50 bits. Such a costing. Mini Maple just died. Tacos Kemte just been done. Mini Maple got dingled, thrusted, and iced. It's probably the most action she's had in 25 years. It's absolutely amazing. Nerves of Steel just died. Ram Scooby just died. Cruzito with another 50 bits to send himself. Loston just died, and he just went, oh my God, totally free to play. And he died. That was unbelievable. But look at the race continues. You're watching there. Benny Hills goes to me. Battles well too. Kelper is battling it there again. MJ Hat is second place. Kelper's gone first. And we're watching people go through. This is awesome. What a race this is. This is genuinely awesome. What is an unbelievable race in there. Sammy Stitch takes the lead, but she gets stuck on the roundabout. Can she make it through? You can do it, Sammy Stitch, just a little bit. Niggle your way through, not Nigel. Niggle your way through. Sammy Stitch has done it. She's got a little bit more difficult roundabout. She's being slowed down, but I think she just managed to slow it down until MJ Hat gets stuck. And Bernardo, but MJ Hat and Bernardo are working way through. Jay Bernardo and MJ Hat are battling in. They're both going through. Sammy Stitch is getting stuck. MJ Hat and Bernardo going all the way through. Kelper's gone through. Flossie's gone through. Irish Jack's gone through. Everyone's trying to battle, and then an explosion happened, and Sir Dan's just died. X-Force with 100 bits cheering. Lady Command just died. Cruzito with 50 bits, ensuring that KJ's not going to stay alive for much longer, but he's still alive. It's unbelievable, this race. KJ's still there. KJ can still do it. MJ Hat just died. Sniper just died. Ormazut just died. Wow. S. Wilson just died. What a battle this is. Mad Hatter, you just died as well. Man. Just like Irish Jack. Irish Jack is still in the lead. He's working his way through. Irish Jack, you just fell through the hole. That's the wrong hole. You need to go through the other hole. And the other hole's got a chance here. And it's an easy finish. Kelper's taking the lead. We're watching Studio 506 trying to work as well through. Benny Hills Ghost is trying to get as well in there. And Benny Hills Ghost was watching as he's getting closer. Him and Kelper are battling towards the end. He gets past Pebble Alley, past the massive peg. He works his through to you, and then another snicket on the way. Kelper and Benny Hills worked his way through. Little bit of skill. He did a couple of step overs, like watching Cristiano Ronaldo trying to dribble past all these cones. And Cruzito with 100 bits again, trying to cause some havoc. Virtual Army and Benny Hills Ghost. It's going to win again. Benny Hills Ghost wins again. Congratulations, Benny Hills Ghost. Crazy a second. Crazy. You're getting great luck this day. Yeah, it's time for a Rico call. Boom. And we have over 10 finishes. Even KJ finished 8th. That is a statement. KJ finished 8th. We have over 10 finishers. The result is 10 plus. Let's do another prediction MJ hat as well after this one, and we'll do it for the next race. We've got 1 minute 50 seconds left in that hype train. Unsubbed user who either sees himself or not sees himself, depending if he's subbed or not. Benny Hills Goat, you know what to do. You haven't picked the last one. Make sure you pick your last one, Benny Hills Goat. That's still reserved for you, as well as this as well. Congratulations, Benny Hills Goat. Exclamation point Discord. Click on my day on the right-hand side. I'm just going to wait for the ads to finish, and then we'll someone tag Benny Hills Goat. Your site? No, the site is up. Benny Hills Goat. I mistyped it. The site is up. I mistyped it to you, and I corrected it in your thing. Briefings, I before E, except after C. Exclamation point play, exclamation point play. Benny Hills Goat. There we go. Have a look up. Exclamation point play, exclamation point play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on,
Nigel.
Yes, go ahead.
I need 2 more wins. I need that yellow hoodie. So
two more wins. Let's do this. Two more wins.
You rigged it up, right?
Well, KJ's going to win this one. I've got a weird feeling KJ's going to win this one. It's unbelievable. I don't know what's going to happen. It's just going to send it. Well, I don't know. KJ might finally win the first one of his. Thank you so much. Thanks, 10pin, for your donation. It means a world. Thank you so much, my friend. That's really kind of you as well for that donation. It means a lot. Here we go. And we're about to begin. Exclamation point play, exclamation point play. We've got 40 seconds left in the hype train. Panda Pirate, the Pioneer. Oh my God, he's done a poster for himself. I'm going to start it even though we're in ads, just to see for the last bit of the hype train. Here we go. To time, you made it, and we go over 100 P-Dog. Q-Dog be lurking. Exclamation point play, exclamation point play. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Last 2 seconds to get yourself in. And the race begins. 20 seconds left on the hype train. Let's go. Anatsa gets herself into lead. Cruzito with 100 bits to ensure. Let's see how it goes. Cruzito sent us everywhere. Ram Scoop, Cruzito. Macron got swapped. Macaron got swapped with 3 George. Mannix in the lead. Ashton's in the lead. Ostis in the lead. Tin Man Tech is in there. 5 seconds left on the hype train. Let's see if we can get there. I think 2 subs to get us there. 100 bits there. Can we get there? Oh, Taco gets for Task Force Scorpio almost finished at the end. Thanks very much for that wonderful hype train. Thanks very much for your donations. It means a lot. Keep it going, guys. What a battle this is. It's been amazing. Domo, you're in there. Worked your way through. Tavi Mosa, you're in there with GSK, Calderon as well. And they're working their way through. Absolutely amazing. Let's go. Cruzito with yet 100 bits to get himself in there. KJ finally dies. Cruzito is so happy right now. KJ's dead. He's achieved his goal. MJ Hat's dead. Panaman said, Jadar's just, my flats died, Lostin died. Oh no, we need to pray for Lostin. Ortejera la maracita, lost and dead, la la la. He make dead now, he went boom now, la 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 la. Lost in, totally free to play. There you go, Lost in. That death is proposed to you. Thank you so much for the support. Honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. You've been unbelievable with that as well. You're absolutely incredible. Sherlock Holmes is in the lead. Let's do that one. Exclamation point, no, not Quack, damn it, Draven and all that. The Badhausens. You're all Badhausens. Virtual Army. You're trying to work your way through, but I can see Sherlock Holmes is starting to take the lead. But if anyone drops from here, they can have a chance to get in there. But Sherlock Holmes looks like he's the only one that's going to win this. Sherlock Holmes, you're slowing down. You need to go a bit faster. Keep going. Nay, never. To time is there. John Drell is there as well. Let's see how we can go. Sherlock Holmes, you're getting yourself way ahead. Let's see how that works. Views is in there. Roll faster. E11E says, and no one's rolling faster. Simon says it as towards the end. Sherlock Holmes, Minnie Mabel's at 10th place. Minnie Mabel's in 8th place. Minnie Mabel's found a way to there. Minnie Mabel's gained a bit of pace. Oh no, she just fell. It was Dad. Sherlock Holmes, you You need to go through the hole. Why do you miss the hole? Why is everyone missing the hole? Stop missing the hole. Even I missed the hole. No, go through the hole. Someone's got to win this. Cruzito looks like he's got a chance. Someone's going to win this. Sammy Stitch wins. Sammy Stitch wins. And you are cursed, Draven. Everyone going boom. Sammy Stitch, you are the winner. Congratulations. Absolutely well deserved. And with an outstanding stream. Which is...
10 plus?
Yeah, exactly. We got 10 plus, yes, 10 plus finishers for everyone here, and that is sensational. I appreciate you all. Sammy Stitch, you are the winner, and it gets us there. That is fantastic. I'll do one more for everyone here as a thank you for everything you've done. They're still able to do a gift, and I'd rather just gift you everything that I can. Exclamation point play. Come on in, guys. Last race, and we'll raid out as well. Last race, we'll raid out.
Exclamation point. Prediction up.
Yeah, put another prediction up. Let's do it. Let's give everyone. Thank you, everybody. It means the world. Sammy says you know what to do. Everyone, you guys know what to do. What you guys need. Thank you so much for all your generosity and everything you've done. I can't, honestly thank you enough for everything that is. That is absolutely awesome. It's taken a huge relief from that as well. I'm just going to have a look and see who have we got an STFCers online as well. He's doing Dungeons and Dragons. With Mufasa. That's amazing.
Yep.
Who do we shock? We can either do that or shock somebody. We can't do Mufasa.
Let's shock somebody. We can do Mufasa or we can shock somebody, either one, whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
It's up to you, man.
Ice Wolf.
Yeah. Madame Lazon could do that.
Yeah.
I'll see just Mufasa and Ice Wolf.
Yeah, I see Mufasa and Ice Wolf. But Mufasa, I never get to raid. It's like a rare moment in my life. Exclamation point play.
So do it.
Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, we'll see at the event. I vote Ice Wolf. Brilliant. Anyone else who wants Mufasa or Ice Wolf? We can go to Ice Wolf. Of course we can. Can we shock MJ Hat and then raid someone? Tiberius. Well, Tibbs, if you can actually get your ass up and running, I'd love to raid you. So, that would be great. So yeah, exclamation point play. Let's go. I don't think Ultra's gonna come on at this time.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
I thought he was too, but I guess not. Yeah, I got 2.5 hours before I can go live, Nigel. I've got to do dinner and stuff first, so.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Exclamation point play. I did my 2-hour stream this morning. No, I was there. I was lurking.
Yeah, I was there.
I was there, and MJ Hat knew I was there as well. We were talking about it. I was saying I love Tiberius.
Yep.
I'm scared to chat in your chat because, you're a terrifying person. You're a welcoming human being. I'm kidding, Tibbs. Remember, you're still one of my favorites of all time. And it always means a world. Let's switch point play. Here we go. Let's start the final race. Moo. Misha, you made it in. Humble. I love Tibbs. Yeah, Tibbs is great. Absolutely love Tibbs. I think he's absolutely... Mini Mabel's made it in, finally. Mini Mabel, you managed to press the right button. Ultravetica posted no stream tonight. Okay, thank you, Floyd, for letting me know. Let's go. The final race. Let's see what it goes. Thanks to everybody for the incredible donations. The least we could do is give away from the store, which is absolutely awesome. Thanks for everyone, Evil XP. Hemedar, you're in the lead. Let's see how things work out. Remember, 50 bits or more to cause some havoc, 100 bits or more to do that. This might be the race that KJ finally wins. It might be the one that he causes the biggest havoc of all time. Let's see how it goes. Professor Watson as well. LEOLZ is in there. TLDU. He's like, he doesn't want the short version. He wants the long version. Professor Watts, you're in there. Fusion, you've taken the lead. Fusion, Fifi. Oh, Professor Watts, you died. And there goes Switzerland. And they're down. 50 bits by Virtual Army. Send a bit across Studio MD. Jeff Game. Simon says, nay, never. C. Grams. Roar is absolutely everywhere in every way possible. Here we go. And the race continues. Tin Man Trek. He decides to beat everybody with unbelievable pace. I just died. Megan Rayleigh just died. Panaman just died. Unsub User. Coffin House. KJ's dead. Oh, no. That's really sad. KJ's dead. That's really sad. Rage Starve, 3-3, Domo, the Moose. Don't forget to go to banditsprintdent.com. I'm pretty sure that Halo thing that he shows us will probably be up as well. Mini Mabel, you just died. I need to pray to Mini Mabel. To the Lord of Guinness. Guinness is the world. Guinness is the future. Minnie Mabel's there, and she loves Liverpool FC. Minnie Mabel loves Liverpool FC. She hates Arsenal. Broken Wolf, and see what that one. Minnie Mabel's like, wait a minute. Wait. Wrong team. Wrong team. Tin Man Treks got in there. Tin Man Treks go ahead, and as the Community Shield winner, need a race for all of us who always go boom. KJ, exclamation point KJ. Tin Man Trek, you look like you're going to win this. You're holding the thing every way possible. Liverpool, they aren't nothing to South Townside Football Club. Yeah, Ryan, I know you're a South Townside Football Club fan. New comeback detected, a broken wolf. But Jay Ignac, who always finds a clever way to get past, and he's going to win this. No, Jay, you need to go through the thingy. Oh my God, Lost In might have a chance here. Lost In's gonna. No, Lost In just failed. Lost In, you need to go through the hole. The hole. Lost In, do you know what a hole is? You need to aim for the hole. I mean, you got kids, and the winner is Martok. Oh my God. Martok, you always win, my friend. Congratulations, you win a mug from stfcbriefings.com. Have a look. There's some funny new ones and great ones as well. Appreciate you guys all for all the amazing things. We've had over 10 finishers. There, MJ Hat. And there's we're watching to time finish this race as well. So we'll have a look between Mufasa or L.A. Wolf. Yeah! And we'll choose between them. Martok, you are the winner. You know what to do, my lovely friend. Let's raid out with a big raid as well. I'd love to send a raid to someone surprising. Me dead. Right, I dead, and you'll see that. I wonder, should I say someone so surprising? We don't want to surprise anybody. Where is Ice Wolf?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for everything, my
Ice Wolf La.
Ice Wolf. Where is... What? She doesn't appear on mine. What?
Are you following?
Yeah, I am following. Yeah, I am following. Weird. Let's have a look at where we will go. Let's go to Mufa. I never get to raid him. Screw it. We'll do it. Let's, we watch each other track. Everyone, big raid. Thank you so much for all your donations. You've made someone really, really happy, and I appreciate you all for everything you've done. Let's go to Mufasa. Say a big hi to him. Then you can spread about to everywhere you need. I'd love to just raid to my teammate for once, which would be really, really amazing. So I appreciate you all. Thanks again, everybody. Live long. Stay tuned. See you Thursday with Arkfall. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.